And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 74. I'm Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Welcome back.
Are you?
Good to see you.
Are you? You have a new finger attachment.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a broken finger is a small price to pay to go to Florida and see your grandchildren.
Yeah.
You should
Fair
see
enough.
the other guy.
That's Ross Lyskoka and Matt Carney. How are you, sirs?
Doing well.
Happy to see Jim back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
thank
missed you last week, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to decide to stay in Florida and just enjoy the weather and the fishing, go for it. But it's always nice to have you here.
I'm a trout fisherman by trade, and that saltwater stuff scares me a little bit. So,
As Sean says, it's monster soup.
absolutely.
He ain't
Yeah.
lying. That stuff is crazy. Still not a fan of fishing in the ocean, but
No.
I'll try it again one day.
I enjoy it.
I kind of do want to go after like Makos.
Yeah, that'd be a ton of fun.
Out of the West Coast.
Yep.
Just, it'd be a hoot.
You talk about the sharks?
Yeah.
Yeah. They fly fish for mako sharks.
Off like, off beaches that like people are actively swimming by. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I like that.
No, I definitely don't if I was like a beachgoer.
Yeah.
However, if I've got a fly rod, why not?
If I'm the one trying to get the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, a lot of them do them on boats because they kind of teach you what to do when the shark like just straight dives.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Don't break the rod tip off. Get to the edge of the boat and stick the rod tip in the water.
That's a valid point.
Yeah. I mean,
Makes sense.
it's a different beast than anything we're used to fishing for, but I don't know. I'm with you. I think it'll be fun to try someday.
At least once.
Yeah.
Good deal. Hey, so we actually have a few different topics today. We have a few in regards to beverages. Hey, and then we actually plan on talking about a few of the flies, more so particular to this time of the year, and
Wow.
more into trout fishing in general.
The
Yeah,
hatches.
we were talking about doing the Eastern fly hatches. So the timeline's going to span from like mid-March to October. Tonight's going to be more of like a quick introductory, kind of give you guys a heads up like, hey, this should be hatching now. You should probably go tie or buy these. So that's what we're going to do. And then we think over the next few episodes, Chris had a great idea. We're going to kind of nail down more better.
Yeah,
Chris would say.
finally.
Specific flies, also give you guys some demonstrations of flies, and then it kind of feels like an opportune moment for Ross to start doing his tying demos. So, I mean, no pressure, Ross. But
We were, Cooper and I were talking about that earlier now that he's got a vise, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that hard. Plus, Jim's got his entire warehouse of stuff here that I'm sure he'd enjoy joining in on the musky flies. So,
Oh, I've never tied a musky fly in my life.
well, I was talking about you tying the trout fly that we were going to talk about that week.
oh God,
A learning video on it. So, no pressure on you.
that's some pressure.
Well, better get over the anxiety and start performing.
I'll do my best. We'll stay away from dry flies. Only nymphs. Dry flies don't exist anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
What about wet flies?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, yeah, those are like, yeah.
Nymph adjacent.
Well, what we're going to try and do, I think, is demonstrate, like, granted, the dry fly may be store-bought since Ross is refusing to tie one, but, we'll show you guys what the nymph of the fly we're talking about, what the emerger looks like, and then, what the dry fly looks like.
I'm sure I've got a dry fly of just about everything you want to try.
Yeah, we were planning on raiding your inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be confused on that. We're going to raid your inventory.
Yeah, dry fly wise, at least we're definitely going to use some of the ones that you had already tied in your youth.
I've got quite an inventory since my trip out west.
Yeah.
Because I ordered like 36 dozen flies and used about 6. So I've got lots of inventory.
Cool.
Only getting hung up on fish out there. That's a good sign.
There wasn't much water. That was very disappointing when we went out there last.
So yeah, no, we're planning on setting up a additional camera to my right. That would be your left, I think, in between Matt and I. And then what we're gonna do is get a vise set up like here per se, and then have the fly on it, and then zoom in on the fly, show it off a little bit,
Okay.
see if Ross did quality work or not.
Well, I was planning on dropping Ross's tying video on YouTube.
Well, that too.
Yeah, it'll work.
So he just needs to learn how to tie all these trout flies.
Just the dries. Nymphs, I can do.
Yeah, nymphs aren't terribly difficult.
That and midges don't exist anymore either.
No, midges.
I'd be more worried about tricos.
Oh, God.
Well, those are midges. Back in my day.
Technically, I believe they are actually a mayfly.
Well, they are. Even the midges are mayflies.
No, midges are midges.
Well, Not as a fly fisherman is concerned.
I mean, I basically use a Griffith's gnat for a midge.
Mm-hmm.
What's a gnat?
A gnat's a small fly.
Is
Yeah,
it the
but-
one with the G or?
Yeah, but it's not a midge.
No, I know, but what happens is midges tend to accumulate together to, do the
And make a cluster.
They make a cluster, so that's why you use a Griffith's gnat, because then it looks like a cluster of midges instead of using a size 28 fly, which, I mean, I'm not as old as my father, but not as young as you guys, but I'm not even sure you guys could how well you guys would be able to tie on a size 28 fly.
No.
Yeah.
So-
Let alone
I-
see it? No, thank you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to hold it to even tie it onto my fly line.
I would immediately drop it in the
Yeah.
stream.
It'd be gone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's our plan is since we're entering trout season, we're going to kind of show you guys the flies and then talk about what's hatching on what streams and where around here as best we can. But in order to get there, we have to start talking about all the eastern hatches so that way we have calendar events for you guys.
Yeah. These should work, pretty well for the majority of the Northeast, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
Like, I wouldn't go so far as to go past Maryland. It starts to get a little bit more consistently warm down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thankfully, I think most of our listeners are kind of in the Northeast corridor, except for our Japanese listeners.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, apparently we
I'm
have
pretty
those.
sure they're doing drinking games to our podcast. So, I mean, our American listeners maybe as well. But yeah, we've had a recent influx of Japanese listeners.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't.
Funnily enough,
Oh, look at big dumb Americans.
I did just see.
And they're gone.
And they're gone. No, I did just see. There's a guy. He's some kind of fly fishing enthusiast, but he lives in Japan, and he was just putting up like, yeah, I grew up trout fishing in America, and now I can just like go in these random spots all over Japan, and there's actual like good looking trout over there. I had no idea.
Well, that's where Tenkara was invented.
I never put 2 and 3 together.
Yeah.
It makes 4.
Sure.
Well, there's only 2 numbers, so does
Allegedly.
it really?
But yeah, so that's our plan here. But I think first, did we want to try one of the delicious treats that I brought for us?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I will show it off with you since it's your beer.
Oh, okay. Well, which one would you like to start with?
The not so black one.
Okay. All right. So had to pick up my father halfway between Florida and home and went in gas station where we met and walked out of the bathroom and said, hey, that's a fun looking beer can. Looked at it and it's Devil Ants India Pale Ale by Greenbrier Valley Brewing. And I said, hey, that seems fun. Let's do it on the podcast. And as soon as I saw it, I said, oh, crap, there's another fun one. But we'll get to that one later.
Yeah, we'll get to that one after this.
So crack 'em, boys.
I'm probably just going to pass this over to you after I taste this.
That's fair.
I am
There's my mug.
perfect. Oh, God. Oh, it smells good.
Yeah, I don't think Ross is an IPA guy, so
Oh, he's probably going to hate the... Oh, that is actually really
he's going to hate it.
That is actually really good.
Yeah, sure. A donation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll be your bartender for this evening.
With thoughts, Cooper?
So I do like it.
Okay.
I'm just taken for a moment because I've had this taste before.
Well, it's because
If
it's
you know what I mean?
it's kind of like the most basic India Pale Ale flavor ever.
Yeah.
So
Like
it's bad.
No, I mean, there's no like, oh yeah, with grapefruit or whatever. Like it's literally just India Pale Ale.
It's basically your run of the mill IPA or India Pale Ale. It's just bitter. On the bitter scale, it's lower on the bitter scale than I've had in past beers, whatever you want to call it. But it's actually not bad.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
To IPA drinkers.
Which I am actually a fan of.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys enjoy it. The artwork is fantastic on there.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Like I will say that whoever designed the marketing here, you
Yeah.
guys did a great job.
Yeah, I just great marketing by the gas station too, putting the beer right by the bathroom. walk out and say, "Man, I could go for a beer."
You know what? You're right. I could drink that.
It was nowheresville, West Virginia. I was half tempted to crack them open on the drive home to make it home.
So what's is this actually from West Virginia? What are we talking?
I believe so.
It was.
Oh
brewed.
yeah.
Yeah, Maxwellton, West Virginia, Greenbrier Valley Brewing Company.
There you go.
So yeah,
Pretty cool.
I think that's pretty good, and I'm gonna have to look up where that is because if I'm ever down in that area, West Virginia, I may be stopping in to grab some beers.
Could stop at the brewery, maybe. Huh?
I have a feeling it's around Greenbrier Valley.
Well, yeah, it's West Virginia. Who knows? It's up that there holla.
I want to point out
checks
something though about this can. If you don't read the name right, boy, you could butcher that. But also the details on the old man smoking the pipe.
Yeah.
You can tell he's in a rocking chair,
Yeah.
even though you can only see the top
Oh,
little
yeah.
corner of the rocking chair. My fingers over it.
Played by Kevin Costner in the History Channel
pretty
television
cool.
series Hatfield and McCoys.
Cool. No, I like it.
Ross likes the artwork, not the
I do.
to be specific.
I just can't.
I
do
kind of knew it was going to be a no-go for Ross because he's not really a beer drinker,
I think
let
the
alone
next one's going to be worse.
I don't know. I've never had the next variety of.
I don't
these.
think I've ever had it either, so that's why I was extra
Yeah.
curious. Plus, like, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll always try one.
Well, we'll get to that.
We
probably at
appreciate
the
you
start
for
of
that.
the second segment.
Hey, what's hatching right now, Matt?
Well, actually, Cooper has some exciting news. It's not the baby.
No, he's still not here. No, he wouldn't come while you were away, I promise. So I went ahead and I stopped down at a local flash shop, Neshannock Creek Flash Shop, as we all know and love very much.
Yeah.
Went ahead down there and finally bought my reel and lines. So I brought them here with me today. Ooh,
Two
fancy
reels, two
little
lines.
baggie. So the other reel is my
Original.
original encounter. I just put a new line and backing on it.
Yeah. why
Sure,
not?
just a line holder,
Correct. So I went ahead and bought this Lamson S,
liquid.
Liquid S. Yep. It's hard to see it with the lights and stuff, but there it is. And I went ahead and purchased the SA Scientific Angler, for those who don't know. 4-weight. That's for my 4-weight. Trout textured line. Nothing crazy.
Is it upweighted or just straight 4?
Straight 4.
Okay.
Good. I think that'll work out pretty well, especially on like the lighter rods. I was hoping they didn't still carry over that overweighting the line to the real lightweight rods.
Yeah.
Well, when they do, it's usually like half or quarter of a weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like the big ones where it's like, oh yeah, it's plus 2 weights.
Right.
And then I just brought my 5-weight as well, just because this is my 5-weight on my encounter reel from Orvis. Same line, different weight. It's a 5-weight. Just got a different colored backing because I like to have fun.
For your record, Dad, the Lamson Liquid is actually the reel I was considering getting for your musky rod.
Okay.
That
Just
one.
obviously in a bigger version.
Nah.
Okay.
5-weight should do just fine.
Yeah. Huh?
It's just a line holder.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
But I was debating between that or the behemoth that Ross and Cooper have.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I'd make you a guinea pig, but Cooper went ahead and jumped the line and became a guinea pig on that one for us. So
Yeah.
Wonderful.
A guy I work with actually has, I think on his 8-weight or 7-weight, he has a weird one for trout because he does a lot of steelhead fishing.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. He has a few of those
Lamsons.
Lamson liquids. Yeah, he has a few of them. I think he did that deal. You know, you buy the kit. You
yeah, it's three reel and 2 spool for $2.99.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he has a few of them, and he kind of, I don't want to say convinced me, but talked to me about it. Said it was light, and he likes it a lot. So I was down with it.
I like the look of it a lot. I was glad to get my hands on it because when I was looking at reel and spools for my 6-weight, I went with the Clearwater
Yeah.
of the reel and 2 spools deal.
Yeah.
But
Oh, they're doing that now too?
It's been a
Yeah.
while. They've
Oh.
been doing it a while
I don't know. I haven't bought a Clearwater reel in a while.
since you broke the last one.
No, I haven't broken a Clearwater.
Oh,
Sean ran over my hydros reel.
Ah, worse. Okay.
Thanks, Sean. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
But no, I mean, I love, like, my 12 weight's a Lamson, the center fire, I think it's
Yeah.
called. And, like, I actually really like the reel. It's a great reel. The only thing that annoys the crap out of me is the not to change spools.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
wish it
yeah.
had, like, the quick action like the Orvis and other ones do.
Does yours have the quick action?
Yeah.
The button push? I didn't look at that.
Oh, no, not the button push.
You have to unscrew the,
Yeah,
the
it's,
center.
it's the unscrew. It's the bigger unscrew, kind of like our Behemoth.
Did you get
Okay.
a tool?
No, this does not unscrew the same way your Hydros does.
I'm talking
No,
about
the
my
Lamson.
Lamson.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, see, there's a tool that apparently should have come with that.
Right there.
That's the drag. Yeah, please don't try and unscrew the drag to take your spool
Oh, no,
off.
no. On the inside of it. I'll have to show you in a
All right,
break.
flip it here.
On the inside, there's a little clippy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you just push it in.
All right, so it is kind of similar with having a lever.
Yeah, it's a lever on the
Okay,
inside.
because my center fire has like a nut
Oh.
you have to.
Yeah,
And I
because you.
didn't realize there was a tool, so I literally would tighten it and then it would get stuck.
Yeah,
And then I'd use my fishing pliers, so I marred the crap out of it.
yeah. And then Chris down at the fly shop finally gave you the tool because he had spares.
Well, yeah, because probably one of them was mine.
Yeah, probably. We had multiple spares, but yeah, I actually didn't notice the drag on. I'm sorry, not the drag, but the
The spool lever.
spool lever on the inside there. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they hit it very well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it makes me feel better. Like if Dad goes with that for a muskie, that it's just a lever instead of that ridiculous nut that I have.
I'm a little nervous though with that, just by pressing on it, how much force that will actually take before
The lever?
breaking. Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't have to take very much at all.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
I'm not going to break his new thing.
His new thing. Well, that's okay if Matt does it.
I'm not sure that is the release thingy
I'll have to look at it.
because it is not releasing in either direction. So it's a valid concern about your amount of force because I'm pushing the envelope here and nothing is happening.
That's fine. I'll look at it and let you know.
Airmail.
But anyway,
Yeah, I like it. Very nice looking reel.
It is a very good looking reel. That's cast, correct?
correct.
Okay.
I've been really impressed with the casting of some of these quote unquote cheaper reels in the recent years. Like, it's getting a whole lot more precise versus like when you look at, I mean, just old engine blocks or something out of like old Chevys. Like
Small block cherry.
small block Chevys. You can see like all the casting, I'll call them pits, dimples or whatever. Like,
There it goes.
Is it the lever?
Yeah, you just press on the lever and you pull both sides at the same time. Comes right apart.
Okay. I just was only.
It's actually easier to see it while it's apart.
Oh, I was only doing it on the one side. Maybe that was the problem.
Yep.
Okay.
Simple dimple.
The only issue I have with cast reels are, due to them being cast, they're theoretically more fragile than machined. And like my fear with
and
cast,
more brittle, quote
yeah,
unquote.
brittle, I guess would be the better word. My fear was always like it fell off my truck bed and cracked, break part of it off.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a risk for that with anything, but with,
Well, I can tell from machines, it basically causes gravel dimples on the machine. It doesn't break.
right.
Because I did that, like, literally, I bought the brand new Hydros when I got into saltwater fishing. Literally, like, laid my rod across my bed, and the wind blew my rod off because it's a freaking ocean. And brand new Hydros went bonk right off the parking lot.
I want to say something.
Yeah, go for it.
I think you just pull this apart. I don't think you have to do anything special because that little plastic piece on the inside just makes the clicky sound on here
What?
and it just separates.
All right,
you just pull it apart.
We're going to dissect that during the break.
Yeah, because that doesn't seem
That
right.
doesn't seem like that makes sense at all. There's no way they're relying on friction fit for that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Ooh.
We'll get back to you, dear
Yeah.
listener, about this after the first break.
Hey, real-time reel review.
Snap!
Yeah, just don't pinch your line in it like I just did. Whoops.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I also myself went to the fly shop. I picked up a old man stick.
Bless.
Bless you.
I picked up
Sorry,
a
folks.
brand new Orvis wading staff.
Yeah.
Haven't got to use it yet. My knee's not 100%, so I figure I better pick it up before I go out and find out the hard way I needed it. Plus, trying to avoid a picture like prior photo opportunity Ross had of me doing stuff.
What?
Walking across the.
I swear to God, there's something wrong with this camera.
What happened?
It literally just went to photo mode for no known reason.
Yay.
Interesting.
So me and Jim.
Well, we're just going to stay in photo mode
Okay, cool.
because,
That'll be all right.
yeah, I'm just super annoyed with this GoPro 12. Like, here I thought it was batteries going bad. It may just be the camera going batshit crazy.
It worked for me last week.
Good possibility.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it doesn't like you.
I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I bought the new Orvis weighting staff for the low price of $199.
Good Lord.
I had a gift card.
That makes it easier, but
Well, it does because half of it wasn't my money.
Do you think you're going to use that all the time?
yeah, I'd say
I don't think I'll use it all the time. I think I'm more likely to use it like when I'm wounded, which is most of the time.
So Ross was right. Yeah,
Yeah, it's always going to be in the truck.
that's fair.
You never know. Maybe
I just feel like that's a waste of $200, dude.
the problem
Well-
is when you need it, you need it.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right.
Didn't you just buy shillelaghs?
I did. I mean, I probably could have used the one as a weighting staff, but
It'd be kind of awkward to carry around.
Yeah.
it would. Yeah, it was also heavy. On a high note, though, I wouldn't need to carry a handgun anymore because I could just beat people or animals to death with a shillelagh.
I'd say people.
Yeah, animals
Maybe
are
not a-
usually
maybe,
cool.
Maybe not a bear.
I would not take that to Yellowstone and bet your life on it.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
But anyway,
It'd be entertaining to watch.
For sure. Yeah, so we were going to be discussing Eastern fly hatches tonight, and we'll get that started right now. Was going to kind of go through chronological order. Ross, what's the first one to go? Usually.
Quill Gordon.
Okay, when does that go?
Mid-March, mid-April.
can't see the computer.
No, I can. Mid-March to mid-April is
Okay.
kind of the hatching season of that. It's one of the, it is typically the first dry fly, quote unquote, or fly that comes off. Very small.
Question for you: Mayfly or caddis?
That I don't know.
Mayfly.
Mayfly, yes.
It's not that small. It's a size 12.
Size 12.
But it's only March.
That's small to me.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends. I guess if you were just fishing muskie the weekend before, then yeah, that would be small.
Well, that is one gripe I kind of still have with flies in general from different companies is the hook sizes don't seem to be very standard when it comes to whoever's tying these things.
Freaking Kenyans.
Hey, it is what it is. Even like as I've gotten more into fly tying, like even like you can buy a size 12 hook from one company and compare it to a size 12 hook from another, and it's a legitimately different size. So
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think that stuff would have been standardized?
to an extent it is, but I think it's standardized within the own company.
That's fair.
It is what it is.
That's a fair point. So Quill Gordon, usually your earliest dry fly to go off, and then shortly followed by the blue wing olive,
Yeah,
which is probably one of the most prevalent flies
my favorite.
in Pennsylvania, at least, because blue wing olive seems to basically just go off like throughout the
Consistently.
entire season. To be honest,
Well, there's a couple of broods at least.
yeah. That's what I've heard. That there may be like I don't think brood's the right word. Like there's a bunch of different species that just look like a blue wing olive that may be what we're calling broods. But the blue wing olives usually go off early April to mid May. And then, like I said, they come off again maybe like mid June to late July. Then you'll see them again in the fall. And then I've even seen them hatch in the winter.
I'd go along with that.
There's some speculation that, I totally lost my train of thought.
Speculation of what?
Derailed.
Damn it. Screwed. I don't have show notes. Damn it. So the one that comes off first thing in the year is probably about a size 18, very small. And then in the summer they get bigger. and then the fall they're still kind of big, and then the winter they get small again.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever really seen a blue wing olive over a size 14.
No, that'd be about as big as I think you would find in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think that's like the April to mid-May, June,
Yeah.
that area is when you're going to see like the size 14. Now I remember. There's speculation I've heard that the blue wing olives like rain and cloudy skies.
Yeah, that's a good hatching day.
Yeah,
Really?
which may explain why we see them in like the weird seasons, like
Definitely
during the winter and stuff.
No, I totally believe it. It's that, and like how you can definitely see the size variance between like the different temperatures throughout the season. Like,
Yeah.
clearly it's related.
Yeah, one would think so.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Wing's probably my close to favorite, but one of my favorite dry fly seasons for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other nice thing with it too is it. I'm not going to say it stands alone, but for like at least into my recollection, like April to into May, like it is almost like your primary mayfly for a lot of waters, I think. Because like like the next one on our list is the little mahogany, and like I've only ever seen that fly hatch once in my life, I think.
I don't even own one of those flies.
But why would you?
Right.
'Cause I feel like the water that they hatch from are few and far between. And so that's why it's kind of like, like you basically have your Quill Gordon, which bleeds into your blue wing olive, and then it kind of almost feels like your blue wing olive almost has like a whole month to itself.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, I've seen blue wing olives come off in Pennsylvania just randomly.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah. And that goes back to like, is it the cloudy sky and the rain or whatever that causes it? Because like they're a fly that, like people say, oh yeah, in the winter, like you only ever see midges hatch. And it's like, well, I've also seen blue wing olives. Like it's a year round fly almost.
Well, that and Pennsylvania's temperatures and
That's-
seasons have been.
Pennsylvania's weather
Yeah.
could be spring all year round as far as that goes. Some winters are brutal, like this winter, and other winters are much more enjoyable, I'll say.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we had that 70-degree day, was that last week? And then this week we've had 30s and less, 20-something
snow
this
last
morning.
week.
Well,
yeah.
it's gonna be 20-something again this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, most mornings this week are going to be in the 20s,
Yeah.
and then upper 40s.
I'm still having
later
to
in the
buy a winterizer additive for the diesel. Damn it.
Well, Jim, you're probably the guy to ask on this one. Like, how?
Well, when I fished the north central area of Pennsylvania, I rarely fly fished in the early spring. Not until I owned my cabin did I actually go up there. And the first hatch that we always went up to, end of April, early part of May, for over 30 years, Jim Crawford and I, we'd go up and camp at Kettle Creek. And the reason we did is that the blue quills, which is a size 18, was like the harbinger of spring on the stream that we especially spent most of our time up there. And the Hendricksons, and then you'd have Quill Gordons would just be finishing, the blue quills were hatching, the Hendricksons and the red quills were following close behind. And, that kept us busy through most of May. And then, if your caddis fly, I don't want to jump ahead of you what you're doing here, but,
Yeah, you're jumping way ahead, man.
Okay. Well,
And then the October caddis goes off, and that's pretty much all you need to know.
There's something brown in there, too. I don't know.
no, that's, we, well, I don't even want to do that either, but that's what we went up for. That's what we spent most of our time, and we went up there to dry fly fish.
For the blue quill.
And the blue quill, I would not
When
say,
did that come off?
I would not say we saw that until mid-May.
Okay. Then you've jumped quite a few ahead, but
Well,
Yeah. It's
what size for the blue quill?
blue quills were 18s,
Ooh, it's a little guy.
little guy, but they would come off, at least on 2 streams that I know of, come off in clouds.
I thought you were going to say Tuesdays.
No, among other days, yes. They would come off just in clouds up on the one main stream we fished. Quill Gordons and red quills, some of the best fish I ever caught up there were on red quills, which is a male Hendrickson. what it's supposed to match.
Yeah, because I think even in, like, if you go to like Big Y Fly or whatever, so since my father brought it up, Hendrickson's launch pretty much mid-April and they run till late May. They're usually like a size 14.
Yep. 14.
But they're usually lumped because not everybody calls them red quills. They're usually lumped into light or dark Hendrickson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've never heard. Well, I've never used red quill as a fly designation. It's how do I want to put it?
Looks like them other dang ones. Just make it red.
It's one of those things that
It's got a rusty brown body and usually a quill stem imitates the body for on a red quill.
Got it. So that's more
Big upright wings on
The
a
sailboat
fly.
floating down.
Yeah, and they're big flies.
Yeah, I mean, they're size 12,
Yeah.
14, so...
Yeah.
still small.
Also, mid-April to actually almost the whole way to mid-June, you'll see a lot of black caddis going.
Yeah, black. Well, the granums are a fly.
Damn it, man.
He's great.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
The
It's just
granums can be matched by a black caddis. In fact, one
They
opening.
cannot.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
No.
Ross and I have proved it.
You were with opening day with me on a big north central stream, and I killed them on opening day on a black caddis that was mimicking. And I found out, I listened to another podcast yesterday, and there's 9
You cheater.
flies that are in the same genus as granums. So there's 9 different colors of granum flies.
Yeah, all I care about is
God.
the ones we tied and /bought worked. The black caddis did not work. The elk hair caddis did not work. Only the granum patterns we tied worked on was that Spring Creek, I think.
Yeah. Fisherman's Paradise.
Like we were literally pulling our hair out.
Everybody knows that
one's
one.
pretty well known.
Yeah.
We were literally pulling our hair out because we're like, we'd catch them and be like, "What the shit, man? It's got a black body and brown
Absolutely.
wings. Like
Absolutely.
it's like in between my 2 caddis flies here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally, I think, how I got. I think that's actually how you got more serious into fly tying was because of the granum.
Yeah,
Because
it
we
wasn't
literally,
catching fish.
yeah, we weren't catching fish. We were trying like everything under the sun because I think blue wing alls were going off at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
But the fish were only eating the granums,
Uh-huh.
and it was like they would just turn their nose up at our black
That
caddis,
was-
and they turned their noses up at our elk caddis. So we went to TCO, and I think we bought like 3 flies each.
That's all they had left.
Yeah, I think that's all they had left at TCO and State College. And then we went back to camp and we freaking basically just studied those 3 flies and freaking tied us a bunch of granum caddis flies.
Were they wets or dries?
Dries.
Dries, okay. Well, I was on a big stream in, that was Penns Creek, and that's where we were at opening day.
Everyone knows that one too.
Yeah.
I didn't hit the
And
button.
I killed them on a black caddis. And again, I was listening to this podcast, and that was the dry fly they recommended, although I would always recommend the nymph or the wet fly, leadwing coachman, to match that hatch.
Yeah. Well, I know basically I think the only success we had was on the actual granum pattern that we tied.
Well, that and like, as with any other part of fly fishing, like the water quality probably has a lot to do with their fly selection. The day we were fishing for them, it was just crystal clear to the creek bottom. So I'm sure they could sit there at the bottom, like, okay, it might be what I want. Get up close. And, well, that's what was making me so angry is because they were coming up and looking at it.
It was the old wave off.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Because it's like, no, they tricked me again. But yeah, I mean, the granums actually has become one of my favorite hatches.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because we actually get them locally here in Newcastle too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have noticed.
Because the Neshannock Creek has them.
Yeah, at certain times.
It's literally Neshannock Creek
yeah.
has them. I think for 2 weeks, about mid-April to the 1st of May is when Neshannock Creek has them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very similar to where you'll find them up at our camp, too.
Yeah, I will point out as we do our list and the launch dates of these flies, like it's obviously going to be like that's a broad range. Your local water may be hyper specific,
Yeah.
and or may not have these flies.
Yeah.
Depending
Well,
on your location, obviously.
If you fish much in Pennsylvania, hatches start in south central PA, and they might be a week to 10 days before they get up to the Kettle Creek Valley, and maybe another week before they get to the Penns Creek Valley.
Yeah, it's kind of like the leaves turning.
Yeah, and then there's guys that fish the green drake on Kettle Creek, And my buddy Jim worked at Brockway Glass. Guys would leave from work, drive up to Kettle Creek, and then every day move farther and farther upstream because the hatch would move farther upstream.
They could just follow it.
They just follow, and they'd do it for a week, maybe 2 weeks. They would follow it up there. That's dedication, let me tell
Hell
you.
yeah.
I mean,
the green drakes are generally considered to be the Super Bowl of fly fishing.
Yeah.
So
well, it's kind of interesting to me that they could just follow that hatch like in an actual location.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand why they would hatch like that.
The water temperature would just, a few degrees might make a big difference.
Okay.
yeah,
And
closer you get to headwaters, theoretically colder it is.
cooler
Right.
water.
But it just in my mind though, it's like, okay, if this bug's gonna like come alive here, why isn't it coming alive
Well,
in the rest of the
water
state? You know.
temperature
They
might
ain't
be
got a
little-
calendar. They're sitting there waiting for their little triggers.
Right.
And, that runoff from the power plant or something may warm up below it to cause them to trigger, but up above, they need the sun or something.
Oh no, it all makes
Or
sense.
tributary or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that like when I was first starting out, hearing things like that, I thought people were like pulling my leg. Just like,
No.
Yeah. I
what
mean,
there's no way this is that different, you know.
we'll get to them greenies later. I just want to cover one more, and then we'll take a break real quick.
Okay.
I mainly say it because conveniently there's a line in my notes for some reason.
Hey, look at
Oh,
that.
perfect.
Don't know why. Black quill, another type of mayfly. Basically, not even, perhaps not that prevalent in Pennsylvania, that a lot of people may not know what it is, but it does exist. It runs from late April to late May, so basically got a month run. It's a size 12, so be heads up on that one. But yeah, I mean, to sum up our first part here, since we basically got ourselves to essentially, actually, I wonder if that denotes the launching in May. It's been years since I built this list. But basically, your big ones you're going to want to hit in the spring in the immediacy is the quill Gordon, blue wing olive, granum caddis, black caddis, the Hendricksons, both light and dark, or red quill, as they're called. So I'd focus on either acquiring or tying those ones here in the near future.
Yep.
Mahoganies as well.
Yeah, if you have mahoganies, that's one. Like I said, I've only ever seen them once in the wild.
Yeah, but
But-
if you got that, if they lot or hatch on your stream, I'm gonna be pretty sure you want them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But hey, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you guys back here in after this guitar riff.
And welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing episode 74. I'm Chris Cooper, that Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good. Also, we have Mr. Ross Laskoka and Matt Carney. How are you, sirs?
Doing great.
Doing pretty good.
I'm glad to hear it.
Russian over there, huh?
No, I'm pretty American.
You're talking kind of fast, though.
I wanted to get through the intro because I want to get to this beer.
Oh, what beer is that, Cooper?
So this is it's called Mothman. It is a black IPA from the same place you got the other place beer,
Is it?
Greenbrier Valley Brewing Company. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Max Wellington, West Virginia.
Max Welton.
Yes, close enough.
What Max? What? Oh, that's a name and a half.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, based, I assume, kind of playing at their Mothman legend that they've actually even made a movie of starring Richard Gere. So, yeah, here we go.
Down the hatch.
So I've never personally had a black IPA before,
Neither have I.
so I'm quite interested
So am I.
on this beer. Oh, they have a bridge in there. That's cool.
Well, because I think a part of the Mothman legend was that he caused a bridge collapse.
I'll show off the can a little bit more.
You might need to rotate it to show the Mothman.
Again, fantastic artwork to whoever's doing this.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel like that'd be a pretty cush gig, or I don't know how they outsource. Maybe we should outsource our artwork.
Yeah, maybe.
Fiverr's a thing, man.
I know, but Cooper did a great job with the AI, and I've just been letting it ride.
What AI?
Didn't you do our dangerous fly fishing logo with AI?
No, sir.
Oh, well,
That's all me.
didn't mean to diminish you.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to try this beer now.
Slunge.
Maybe I should talk while you guys drink. Is that something we should do?
Absolutely. Good.
Okay. All right.
That is something.
I like it.
I'm assuming Ross likes this one more than the last one.
He went for a second sip.
He's not sure. That's what that sip was.
Oh, okay.
It's no.
So I want to say this one
That's a no,
is
dog. That's a no.
more of a like a stout,
It kind of tastes like a cross between a stout and an IPA.
a little bit, but I'm getting more IPA than stout. So it's, I mean,
Black IPA.
it is literally what it is called.
Yeah, makes perfect logical sense.
No, none of this makes any sense whatsoever.
I like the other one better, but this one has a lot less bitter taste to it.
Yeah, I don't notice the god awful aftertaste as much.
That's
on
the bitter.
This one. It's very similar to a bad Guinness.
Okay.
You know what I should do during the next break? I bought a new fun scotch also
Look at you go.
that now that you drink whiskey, maybe you'll actually be able to appreciate.
I'll take a stab at it.
All right,
I'll try anything twice.
We'll do that for the third break.
Okay.
Because
So, yeah.
I tried getting Ross into scotch, and then apparently his old boss got him into bourbon instead of scotch.
It's because bourbon actually tastes good.
No, scotch is way better than bourbon.
Nice.
Way better.
To each their own, as they say.
I will say it's much cheaper drinking bourbon.
Yeah.
And much more enjoyable.
I disagree on that.
I don't like to drink ashtrays.
Well, that's why you don't buy an Islay scotch. Or Islay, however people like to pronounce it.
Well, you're
What's the
the
difference?
subject matter expert here, so.
I like Highland.
All right.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, Matt,
Uh-oh.
that gift you have been given, I think it was over Christmas or
From
something.
Miss Corey
Yes. I actually forgot she gave it to you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
on
Didn't mean it.
on Jim's recommendation.
Yeah, yeah. So what is it? You smoke the wood and then it goes on the glass or whatever?
No, it's it's for smoking whiskey, so you can add like a different wood notes to a whiskey. Probably better with cheaper whiskeys because you're probably not going to blow up your expensive scotch or whatever with it. But basically, it's you pour it into your highball glass, put it's like a wood disc on top, and it kind of forms an airtight seal. And then it has like a strainer basket almost that you dump the little wood chips, and then you hit it with the lighter,
blowtorch.
the little butane lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it starts smoking, then there's another cap you put over top. And when you put the other cap over top, it forces the smoke down into the whiskey, and it infuses the whiskey with smoke.
Doesn't the local pub have one?
Industrial Public House in Pittsburgh has been doing that for decades.
That's not the one I was talking about.
Okay.
The side door.
I've
Don't
never
they-
been,
they
I've
have
never been
wood
to the side
chips.
door. Or is that the one?
That's the one
No,
you
it's
always
the
go
front
to.
door.
Oh, I don't know. Because I generally like my whiskey to taste like whiskey, but like when I have bourbons, I like to infuse smoke in them so they taste more scotch-like. I guess there goes my anti-ashtray argument, though.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Literally,
You're literally
putting more
burning wood.
You're putting
Damn it.
smoke. Is what
But no, it's been very enjoyable. Some of the woods that came with that gift are less flavorful than others.
Yeah, I saw the different varieties.
Yeah,
of
there's
wood.
like peach, pear, apple, hickory, mesquite. Mesquite's probably the one you'll notice the most.
I would assume so.
That's just like barbecuing.
Yeah, but
Smoking.
it's of all the wood though, it's like you definitely notice the smoke in that whiskey with
Oh,
that
I'm
one
sure.
especially.
Yeah.
Peach is pretty good. Pear's just kind of.
I was curious about pear because it's a soft.
Yeah, but it adds a little smoky flavor, but it's not like a game-changing flavor, I guess is the way to say it.
Gotcha.
Hickory, it's okay. Oak is pretty good because, whiskey's generally aged in oak casks. Actually, always aged in oak casks. Just a matter of whether anything was aged in it before the whiskey.
Oh,
So, because
Like-
that's the...
What was that, sherry cask finish a couple times?
That's what Macallan's known for, and that's what I actually want you to try because I have a full sherry cask aged Macallan upstairs.
I'll take a stab at it.
he'll try anything twice, like he said before. So I don't see why he wouldn't try that at least twice.
So, but we will get to that. We were discussing flies.
Yeah. What is next on the list of flies for
Well,
the
strangely,
coming months?
chronologically, there, Father. The next one is a March Brown
In May.
in May.
Why?
Don't know.
I feel like it's just the name.
It is the name, but why would you call it the March Brown when it hatches in early May and runs through early July or June?
Maybe the seasons changed because of global warming or something.
I don't know.
I'm going to ask the expert here.
I have no idea.
Damn it.
Come on.
I don't know if anyone knows why someone a long time ago named it a March brown.
Well, it's like I know why the drakes are drakes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know why the March brown,
Yeah,
which hatches in May and June,
I don't know.
Is
I
a March
can't
brown.
answer that.
On a side note, this is the first larger mayfly to hatch of the year. Usually they're like a size 12, but a 2XL hook. And
So that's twice as long as a normal hook for our.
oh
listeners.
yes, thank you, Ross, for clarifying that.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, well, it does help when you do clarify those things, because if you tell somebody that doesn't know, they think, okay, the hook itself, not the entire,
Well,
like the length of the shaft of the hook.
some guys get away with it because they'll tie like a very high tensile monofilament piece of line to it, and instead of tying it on a longer hook, they'll just use their size 12 hook, tie on a piece of monofilament to make it the length of
Stiff.
a 2XL. And the fun thing with that is then you can actually change the angle, so like you can make the tail stick up a little bit or whatever. But size-wise, we're just going to call it a 2XL because it's twice the length of a normal size 12.
Right.
Whether you do it with a single size 12 and a piece of high strength monofilament, or if you buy an actual 2XL hook, it's a size 12 2XL.
Yep. The thing to look out for with that is, like, they'll make heavy nymph hooks or like wet fly hooks. If you start to use a nymph hook for a dry fly, if you're tying your own, obviously I have a feeling most of you probably already know this, but for our listeners that don't, the wire gauge on that is thin enough that it lets the dry fly actually float. Is that a good way to explain it, Jim?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I feel like that's actually a very important piece of information.
Yeah.
So,
I may have done that a couple times.
if listeners are ever wondering why the hook says for dry flies on it, or for nymphs or streamers, that's why. So that's a very useful piece of information there, Ross.
Good on you, bud.
Hey, I try.
Next fly I have coming up here runs from mid-May to mid-July. It's also a size 12 2XL. It is
The April brown.
Ah,
no
for October.
that one. What's that one, Ross?
Eastern gray drake, I think.
Oh,
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
pop quiz. What does Drake mean?
Bug.
Nope,
He sings that one song.
nope.
The other song then.
Different Drake.
Oh,
Dragon.
I don't know.
Really?
Yep.
It means what?
Dragon.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that
In Old
either.
English, Drake is dragon.
I thought dragon was dragon.
Nope, Drake. So when you think about the drakes that are hatching, they probably got the name dragon because they're significantly larger than every other mayfly that hatches.
They don't breathe fire, so
But that's why they're called drakes, though, because they're
I did not know that.
large flying things that are much larger than everything else.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Eastern gray drake, that one's not one of the more common drakes. But if you have water where they exist,
so eastern gray drake is what you're saying. I don't own any of those.
because generally most of the water we fish do not have eastern gray drakes.
That makes sense.
I think I've only ever come across them in like one or two streams on like eastern PA.
So that was actually going to be my follow-up question: is where are these flies, particular insects, that you're going to find these? Do you know?
So in my personal experiences, I did not dive that far into the entomological,
We will
but like I said, we will.
eventually.
But when I've encountered them in real life was in eastern PA,
Okay.
aka Harrisburg and East.
Okay. So I was going to say Philly, but
Yeah, Philly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that like past the Allegheny or Appalachian Mountains through there?
Yes,
Okay.
that's Appalachian Mountains. Good landmark denotation there, Ross. It's east of the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, well, no,
like that's why I'm asking.
no,
like,
because if I think about it, the Appalachian Mountains run the whole way to the Delaware water gap.
yeah, but there's that like.
We'll say east of the Poconos,
All right.
since the Appalachians apparently run like the entire width of Pennsylvania almost. So we'll say the Poconos, east of the Pocono Mountains,
Works for me.
which are part of the Appalachians, but east of the Poconos.
Makes sense.
all right. That's a better descriptor of just general Harrisburg, Philadelphia,
Yeah,
whatever.
Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Allentown, Philadelphia, like that side of the state is where I've seen the eastern gray drake.
Do you have the Latin name for that fly?
I do not on my notes.
Okay.
I can Google it real quick.
What I just said, we're going to do a deep dive here in a couple
Okay.
weeks.
Well,
when
now-
these actually hatch, we're going to do a deep dive
Yeah.
and provide you even more information than, hey, this is coming up this date.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll explain in further detail towards the end of this show what our plan fully might be, but obviously we'll change it as need be. But we'll dive into specific flies more and more.
Yep. Next up, Father mentioned them before we started because he doesn't like doing things chronologically. Sulfurs.
Sulfurs.
Tell us about sulfurs, Father.
Well, I know from experience that they come in 12s, 14s, and on the stream by our cabin, size 18 is very prevalent.
So we're talking like size 12 to size 18.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And very prolific, and they last a long time.
Yeah, when are they hatching? Do you know?
When?
Yeah.
You can see those mid-May to even through July. You can see those.
Okay.
And very prevalent. When they're on the water, they're quite prevalent, and the trout love them. There's no doubt about it.
The sulfurs are actually one of my favorite fly hatches.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I learned the hard way, you have to be careful where you get your flies from.
Yes.
Because some places have varying degrees of yellow.
Yes.
Other places have orange.
Yes.
And there actually are different broods with those colors. I've seen very yellow and very orange. I used to fish a little stream down in Fayette County, and they were yellow-green, yellow-olive. And it was a very unique hatch to that stream.
Well, I do know if the yellow ones are hatching and you're throwing orange at them, the trout are less likely to eat the orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make sure you have, if you plan on fishing sulfurs, make sure you have both varieties.
Yes, in both sizes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have actually ordered different sulfurs in different colors, or same colors per se, from different companies, and just to experience, or not experience, but do the science on that.
Experiment?
And, thank you, Russ.
You're welcome.
Experiment, hard word. $4 word. Nope, $1 word. Just to see the difference between the color variations that these different companies have.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been successful usually on the more yellow side or the more green side, like the olive side. More so instead of the orange.
See, I've been, I want to say it was Pine Creek, I think, where it was like the orange were coming off.
I don't know if I've ever fished Pine Creek.
I don't think you actually have. That's on the to-do list this spring.
Yes, for sure.
Well, Jim, I always kind of heard, especially with sulfurs, that like they can have a completely different color pattern if you have a stream on one side of the mountain.
Oh,
to
yeah.
A stream on the other side.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I fished Kettle Creek up in the mountains the most, and those were prevalently yellow. But you drop down to Fishing Creek, and you'll see orange and you'll see yellow down there. And that just brings me to another point. When we used to fish the blue quills, go up to Kettle Creek in the springtime to fish the blue quills, the fly shop sold these blue quills, and they had a very light body and light wings.
okay.
And reading one of the books, Meeting and Fishing the Hatches, I can't think of the author right off the top of my head, but he had a very dark body. In fact, the body he tied was with black garbage bags. And
Wow.
when he wrapped it,
Wait, like plastic?
yeah, plastic garbage bag, that was the body.
That's hilarious.
And it was a dark body, and I had duck slip wings, and they were gray.
Okay.
And I was up there many a time, and right at the Fly Project parking lot, the trout would just line up there. And I remember more than one time, guys would be fishing away. Nobody's catching a thing. And I'd walk in there, throw these dark blue quills is what I call them,
It's a good name for them.
and banging them one right after another. And guys would come over, ask what you're doing, let me see your fly. And they were all buying flies from the local fly shop
That were all tied with that light stuff.
with the lighter stuff.
Huh.
And I found that very peculiar. In fact, I talked to the owner one day about it, and he said he would have to tie some up or have his tire tie some up. I don't know whether he ever did or not, because I never bought flies those days. I tied every single one.
The book you're referring to, Meeting and Fishing the Hatch, Charlie Mack.
Charlie Mack, that's exactly who it was.
Yep.
Well, that's like, it's one of the things I love about Pennsylvania is you can go a stone's throw away
Yeah.
from where you just were, and it's a completely different environment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Entirely frustrating most of the time.
yeah.
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 But
Keep your box well stocked.
Yeah,
That-
that's what you have to do. And like we talked about green drakes earlier. You can fish Penns Creek, and green drakes are enormous. Go up into the mountains and fish Pine Creek, and they're half that size. And I went up there 3 or 4. Well, it'd be more than that now. 5 or 6 years ago, and I was just was trimming my flies up because my Penns Creek flies were way bigger than the Pine Creek flies were. So I was trimming them all up to make them smaller, which is what you don't normally do, but that's what I had to do.
You got to do what you got to do to make it work, right?
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned having to size down flies in the past because your stone flies are all the size of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So
That's my box. That's about all I have left now.
well, he was catching bigger fish off the bigger stone.
Yeah.
That's the logic there.
That was the logic, yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't always work out that way.
No, it does not.
But I
No.
mean, you did mention fly shop. So in your instance, it was not a great experience. But a lot of times, like your local fly shop is going to have the flies that match.
Well, they're all out to make money.
Absolutely.
So,
So if a Kenyon tire can tie the proper coloring, they may
Yes.
go that route. But
and you find out a lot of times, like this guy's shop, whenever he heard of a different fly, different color, he had a local guy who would tie flies up. And he would, and the interesting thing there was when you bought a dubbing assortment at that shop, the dubbing assortment that he made him up, and that color was right on for the blue quill, but the flies that he sold, which he probably bought from somebody else, were all the light colored.
yeah.
Huh.
So it might be a good thing to check your fly shop, though.
Yeah.
Because, especially now with all the options for places to get flies and everything. like,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the flies or the fly shops have gotten a little better at, actually matching the hatch. Like they can tell you what's hatching, but, the material sciences and stuff. And like you said, was smaller business back then. Like fly fishing's now like a multi-billion-dollar industry.
yeah, they
So,
make a ton of money.
Like I know like in Shannon Creek Fly Shop, like, after he and I went to TCO, local there, close to Spring Creek,
Yep.
went and bought Granum flies. So granted, we tied our own, but we did buy Granum flies from TCO.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But, I went into Shannon Creek, and the Shannon Creek also had Granums because they were hatching on the Shannon Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your fly shop is a great resource to go in and check out what they have, especially those peculiar flies because,
Sure.
a lot of your big online fly retailers aren't going to be selling those. So,
Local flies. You're right. Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
Well,
Yep.
that's what
Go ahead.
most of the people in fly shops, I mean, they usually have a local source, but they buy most of their flies from these big houses.
well, sure. I mean, an Adams is
Yeah.
an Adams is
Sure,
an Adams is
yeah.
an Adams.
Uh-huh. But,
Until it's not.
until it's not. But I was on a fly site today looking for flies.
Which one?
Big Y fly.
Big Y fly.
He was looking
I
for
did-
musky flies.
Oh,
Well, and
I tried to dissuade him from buying a
good luck.
change gamer or whatever the frick
Game
they
changer?
call it. No,
I bought flies today from them.
for musky.
Yeah, for muskie.
Oh.
And
I wish,
them.
you'd have told me. I'd have dissuaded you from that.
I want to see how if a number 2 works. If it doesn't, then I got a bunch of big streamers for the fall.
There we go.
I mean, I'm
Change maker. That's what Big Y calls their crappy game changer mimics.
well. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's like
I bought
that.
2.
This thing that's about this long. It's got the weird fork tail.
Yeah, a little bait fish.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bait
little
fish thing.
bait
It has
fish,
like
yeah.
no action. It's literally just like a.
Well,
straight
it
piece.
said it had lots of action. So if it doesn't,
In comparison to what is the question?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
own
my
them.
thing. I wanted to see.
I
what
own
they look.
them.
I do not.
Yeah, we both bought them from Big Y when we first got into muskie and realized that they absolutely sucked.
I do not recall.
Okay.
I wonder if I have any.
You
Yeah.
probably do. I will go up and get my bass bag at the break and throw them out all on the table.
Mine's
you don't
mine's
have
in
to
the
do
truck,
that.
so I could always.
Yeah.
You
Do
don't
the
have
same.
to do
I
that.
guarantee we all do because we're all like, oh, dude, that thing looks awesome. And then you get it and it's a turd.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Third. No, I've
There's no
only
we'll
bought a
see. 3 of us know.
I do not recall.
I've only bought a few larger flies, like for my bass fishing time, that I could use for small pike and muskie. But they're like those the Total Karens. I've talked about them before. Like
Oh.
it's been a while, but
I
I
saw those.
bought a bunch of those. I love those flies. They swim so naturally
How big
and they
are they?
move really well.
How big are they? What size?
I don't remember off the top of my
I
head.
saw those, and they looked like they would have some good movement.
Yeah, they do.
But they were like a size 4 or something like that, which I figured that was too small.
Yeah, I bought some of the larger ones, but I don't exactly remember the size. I have them actually out in my truck. If I can bring them down if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend so much big Y on the toothy critter side. My opinion, I don't fish as much as they do in regards to toothy critters, but I do know that there are better products elsewhere.
Well, the thing that I was looking at, they were like 99 cents.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like, because Big Y sells something that kind of looks like a double Buford.
Mm-hmm.
I say kind of looks like, because I mean, it's, technically an articulated fly, but it's like 5 inches long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, could you use it for something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could use it for muskie. In fact, I had a muskie hit a panfish when I was out fishing at Moraine. So,
I mean, they'll eat anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically it hit the panfish,
yeah.
which is bigger than 5 inches.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
So I don't think
know.
I don't think you get to chalk that up to it hit your fly. It hit the fish you caught.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what he's saying.
I will
I know.
I will have to say it. To be fair,
To be fair.
the first and only muskie I've ever caught was the fly was from Big Y.
Oh, yeah.
And now, granted, it was a Rio brand
Oh,
that I
saw
bought
those.
from them.
Yeah.
It was just a sunfish or a baitfish
Yeah.
type pattern.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the smaller flies won't work.
Uh-huh.
I just know that for a lot of those catching muskie, if it does work, a lot of those cheaper flies are going to be one-time use only.
Well, at 99 cents or $1.09.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also, like I said, like the problem with Big Y is like their muskie pike selection's kind of tiny and small,
Tiny. It
Little
is very
anemic.
tiny.
and they're
It is small.
kind of undersized also on their flies.
Well, I was going to find that out. I was,
You have the right to do so, sir.
Yeah.
You do have the right, but you also could have just asked, 2 out of 3 of us if we thought it was a good idea.
Okay. Well, I didn't spend a fortune.
Right.
Okay.
It's actually hard to. It's not hard when you're buying the bigger flies, but it's hard to spend a lot of money on trout flies off of Big Y.
Clearly, you do not shop right.
I was going to say.
We're not buying the 50 dozen packs.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm buying. Well, I keep my stock pretty stocked throughout the year. I don't just buy flies twice a year for trout. I buy
mean-
flies like every couple of, like maybe every other month or something.
My
like that.
biggest problem is I have multiple, like the 3,700 Plano boxes
Yeah.
full of flies. Like I literally bought like a bunch of Plano boxes. Like, oh, I'm going to keep an inventory. And when I get low, I'm going to totally pull from this inventory.
Yeah,
And
and how'd that work out for you?
it didn't. I forgot that. I keep forgetting they exist, and I keep ordering new flies.
Exactly. So, or is it better to? This is just a general question, I suppose. Is it better to order them not so much when you need them, but when you're starting to run low, or should you just buy a metric shit ton of them and don't know what to do with the rest of them, and then I end up losing them?
Well, I think the real key is if you buy a metric shit ton of them, it's remember you have them.
Yeah.
Well-
I think the real key there.
You're a smart man.
I know, but the problem is I
Usually,
jump species a lot. So like usually like during trout season, those 3,700 Plano things will ride in the backseat of my truck, and I just forget they're there.
yeah. See, that's I feel like you're just doing too much. Just have a couple of fly boxes and order them when you need them.
So for me,
Okay.
after I started getting into tying more and more, I mean, I don't do it with dry flies nearly as much, but especially with nymphs, like I really noticed the quality difference between the ones that I could tie and the ones that I was buying online.
Well, that's why I got into fly tying.
So like,
There's definitely a difference, yes.
and after I started tying and getting good at tying, I didn't really need to buy too many flies. or nymphs at least.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah, well,
That makes sense.
I mean, that's why I shouldn't say that's why I got into fly tying. That's why I got back into it.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, my father basically taught me how to fly tie, and I remember your friend from the fly shop actually came in and taught a class on fly tying.
Bob Shuey.
No, Ball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He came in, and I literally, like, you know, I kind of knew what I was doing. He was showing kids how to do it. And I was like, "Zzz, done." Because I mean, like at the time when I was in high school, like, you know, we'd be down in the basement or whatever tying flies like every night.
Yeah.
Stocking up.
And but he was like, he kind of looked at me. He goes, "You're Jim Carney's son, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, it makes a lot more sense now."
He could tell by the beard, I think.
Well, I didn't grow facial hair until I basically graduated from college. But no, it was basically like, I mean, like my father and I kind of look alike.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's not that many like
Tall redheads.
fly tires at that point. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was kind of like, "I know your dad. You're Jim Carney's son."
Yeah.
Way to
he
not
put
embarrass him here.
he put 2 and 2 together and was like, "Oh, already know how to tie
Yeah.
tie the fly." So
Took my award.
obviously.
He promised a reward for the best tire, and he took it away from me.
Well, maybe you were too focused on speed and not
Quality.
quality.
Oh, it was definitely the best fly tied.
Yeah.
So, Jim, that conversation kind of did spark a question for me with the like different colors of flies, especially when it comes to like different colors of thread on a specific pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Like, were they originally tied a different color? Like, if you look way back in the day of fly tying manuals.
Well, they used to use cotton threads because
Okay.
New England was a big textile area, and that was where the first threads came from.
Okay, so
And
that
so now they're into the polyesters and
nylons and whatnot.
nylons, and I mean, I have probably 100 spools of thread in there
Right.
that I paid like 79 cents a piece for,
Wow.
and I was looking at them today, and they're $3.39 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dating yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
She's a
absolutely.
bitch. Well, maybe not that much because Todd and I were just talking over the weekend, and I remember when gas was sub $1 when I was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not you're not so much aging yourself because when we started driving, gas was about $1
Yeah.
and maybe some change, but it was. I mean, I remember when gas on the board was below 99 cents at one point.
Yeah.
I actually do.
19 cents a gallon when I started driving.
Jesus. Now
I'm surprised
that's a
they
whole
even
different.
charge. I mean, that's almost free.
They got to make something.
And the guy washed my windshield and checked my tires for 19
man,
cents
have we
a
gone
gallon.
downhill.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of downhill, let's not forget about the Light Cahill.
Okay.
Ah, boo. I didn't like that transition. I didn't like it. I hated it, actually.
Sorry.
I like the effort.
yeah.
I tried.
Well played.
You get a C.
I had a rare opportunity, you know, downhill Cahill. But yeah, so Light Cahill,
It's close enough.
mid-May, mid-July, size 14.
What's that show? He's like, not good enough.
I can't remember.
Kind of just feel like you want to hit people.
It was a whip.
A whip.
A whip. A whip.
Light Cahill, moderately common fly around Pennsylvania. So that's a good one to fish. I don't know how to shut it off, man.
What's that?
My
His-
freaking idiot brother's messaging in the background.
Which one?
I said idiot brothers, plural.
Yeah.
Both.
Kind of wonder if somebody blew something up because Sean just said the F-bomb.
Uh-oh.
Maybe just turn the volume off.
Well, that was my fear, is if I mute it, does it get rid of our sound?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Apparently we're still getting microphones, so cool, we're muted. Carry on.
Considering we're off of this thing, not that thing.
Yeah.
That's a valid point you raise there, Cooper.
I know.
You're a smarter man than we all give you credit for.
So like Cahill.
Light Cahill, I think we covered that. Size 14, mid-May to mid-July.
What's it look like?
It is
Because I don't have any.
It's a tannish, whitish colored mayfly. Cream.
Maybe
Cream's
I-
a good descriptor.
Maybe I
yeah.
have some.
Yeah. Well, the problem is you probably just don't know what they're called.
That's a fact. I don't
Yeah.
know much.
Because for the
names
longest
wise.
time, you were like, oh, yeah, I'm using a pheasant tail, and you'd hand me a hare's ear.
Yeah.
So-
I actually have them separated in my box, and I was like, oh, I can remember this one is a pheasant tail, because of this, and this one is a hare's ear because of this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, did I just mix those up? So
I'll give you a hint. The pheasant tail has a pheasant tail on it.
yeah.
And
But
hare's
what
ear,
kind of tail does a hare's ear have on it?
well, a
Pheasant
hare
tail.
should be made of fur, and a pheasant tail, a good pheasant tail, actually has quills in the back.
So what if you're buying your flies from Kenya?
Still same.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're called that for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
I separated them in my box. I have to look them up every time I want to use them, so I remember.
Well, that like I still do that with dry flies.
Yeah.
Especially like being colorblind and stuff.
oh
Well,
yeah.
I kind of just look at what's going around in the air, kind of take a quick glance at
Yeah.
my box. I'm like, yeah, all right, try this one.
All right.
I think it's pretty
That's-
close.
I just had what's his name, Rosenbauer from Orvis.
Rosenbaumbauer?
Or Rosenbaum.
Gardner.
Rosenbaum. I don't know.
Bomb,
Tom
bam,
Rosenbauer.
bam.
I love the fact that we just totally
On the
screwed my dad's memory
podcast,
up.
on the podcast when we were coming up, he actually said you don't need to know. You just need to know the difference between a mayfly, a caddisfly, and a stonefly. And if it's flying in the air, you grab it in the water, you match colors, and you should be all right.
Well, I think I forget what he said. Up out to the genus, I think is
Yeah,
all the more he
uh-huh.
said you needed to know.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's basically what it is. It's mayfly, caddis, stonefly.
Well, the more you fish, you start to know when things hatch on the creeks, and you know what flies to use.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
keeping a journal is a good one.
Yeah, very good one.
So, yeah. But probably most of our listeners are going to know when the eastern green drake hatches, because that is essentially the Super Bowl of fly fishing.
Yes.
And when does the eastern green drake hatch, Ross?
I don't know. I can't see the screen from that.
God damn it.
I've never.
I'm going to say it's in July.
Nope.
Mid-May to mid-June.
Memorial Day.
Yeah. I've never actually fished a green drake hatch in
For all my years, I've very rarely ever fished the green drake hatch. Just go look for it. A couple of years I went to Penn's Creek, and there were just so many guys
Oh, it's
there.
like
Yeah.
steelhead fishing. There's
Yeah.
guys shoulder on shoulder on shoulder on shoulder.
And
And I remember the first time I went, I literally was just yoinking fish out left and right and left and right. And everybody's like, oh, what are you using, man? Size 10 pheasant tail nymph.
and that's why we went to Kettle Creek all the time, and we fished up there. But I never ever got the weekend off. I was married, had kids, and things like that, so never had the weekend, that holiday off.
Damn kids.
Well, that wasn't it. But I didn't go up very much. And
Look at you now. You're on a fishing podcast.
yeah, and,
Thanks to your goddamn kid.
and Crawford and I, it was probably 6-8 years ago, we took a week and went up to Kettle Creek, and we fished Kettle Creek, Fishing Creek, Penn's Creek, and we ran the string out. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
But
It's that time of year.
yeah,
You should apologize to the listeners because they had.
oh, I am.
The listeners have no idea what just happened, but the viewers might.
Yeah,
That's fair. They just
But,
heard rustling.
anyway, we went to all those streams, and one of the most frustrating things we did, we waited till the evening, went up to Young Woman's Creek, because a guy had run into us on Penn's Creek the night before, and he says, I was up on Young Woman's Creek. He said they were coming off in clouds. And he said, and then the coffin fly, which is the spinner, he said they would come back then, the green drakes would hatch in the afternoon, and the coffin flies would come out in the evening, and he said it was unbelievable. Jim and I went up there. We never saw a fish rise in the 3 hours we stood on the creek.
Well, that
We
was,
walked up and down the creek, beautiful pools, flies coming off, not a trout rose.
They were all full.
that was the. I mean, that's a possibility with that many flies hatching.
Yeah.
Because like when I fished the green drake hatch, I went up with Iceman.
Oh yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze. Yeah, that's his name.
How do you get your own nickname made up? Messed up.
Well, ironically, we know him for two different reasons,
Yeah, he used to come into the shop all the time.
and I know him professionally.
Yeah, my dad being my dad, always busting somebody's balls. He's like, "Oh yeah, you look like Mr. Freeze from the old Batman."
Yeah, but you call him Iceman.
Well, I meant to.
That's
Mr.
not
Freeze is what
professionally.
I was thinking of. Well, I know his professional name.
Oh, okay.
Either way,
But he and I went up to Penn's Creek for the green drake because he's an avid fly fisherman, And he and I went up, and because he heard, we have camp up there, so we went up, and he actually helped finish the drywall while he was up there. Nice guy.
Really?
But he and I went and fished the Penns Creek, the green drake hatch, and like it was one of the most annoying experiences of my life because one, there's too many goddamn people.
Yep.
Parking was ridiculous.
Yep.
Two, there's these flies flying around. They're like the size of bats.
Yep.
And three, there's 10 bajillion of them on the water. So when you cast your fly out, it's basically like, oh, I think my fly's somewhere in that 10-foot proximity of all these floating flies. I'll just set the hook. And, 10 million flies. So they did not eat my dry fly ever. So I switched to big nymphs, and I freaking went lights out and was banging fish left and right. And everybody's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I've actually never fished a green drake hatch.
Well, the last couple times that we had the opportunity to, Matt pretty much told us, he's like, look, we can go, but it's going to be like, what do you call that, Jim? Competition or combat fishing, contact fishing, like just up at Lake Erie with the steelhead.
Sure,
he's like, you're not going to be able to find any room on the stream.
Right.
If you guys want to go, we'll go. But
I think the other issue is too. Well, I mean, you guys both know I'm averse to fishing next to people. The other issue too is I think the last couple years the green drake hot time was basically like because we only make it up to camp generally to fish on weekends.
Right. Yeah.
The green drake hot time was basically blown out due to rain.
Yeah.
that makes sense too.
So it's kind of not as enjoyable to fish. But I mean, I kind of feel like maybe we should do it this year because Cooper's never done it. You've never done it either.
No.
So maybe we should wake up stupid ass early.
What month?
End of May.
Memorial
It's basically Memorial Day. It's like the hot spot.
Yeah, probably not going to happen.
Oh,
Bring
okay.
the kid, it'll be fine.
All right. So Ross and I'll go fish the green drake. But hey, we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we will finish off our list and add to the other shenanigans that happened this week.
All right.
So see you guys in a few.
Welcome back to Dangerous Fly Fishing, episode 74. I'm going to slow down Chris Cooper. That's Jim Carney. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Also, we have Matt Carney and Ross Lyskoka. How are you, sirs?
I'm doing
Now.
very well.
Stop it. Ross?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Thank you. So real quick, just so Ross can have a drink, I went ahead and found these beers at the Sheets, I think.
There's sheets.
This is Outlaw Light beer. It is a light beer, 105 calories, 4.2% alcohol, 12-ounce can.
Pretty blue can.
It is.
I'm not going to lie. I've been. I went for round 2 of the Mothman.
It's a good time.
I'd recommend the Outlaw Light. It actually tastes like beer.
Well,
Okay.
I enjoy the Mothman, and I will say my face is starting to feel a little fuzzy.
So,
Just like the Mothman.
Ross, I
You best
explained
be careful.
the Outlaw beer to Matt in a way that I thought you would understand it. I thought it was more of like a Iron City instead of an Icy Light.
Yeah.
But it is technically a light. How would you explain to people that don't have Pittsburgh beer?
I'd call it like a welterweight beer. Right
Okay.
between a light and a heavy.
Okay.
But not an ultra.
Yeah, I mean, there's an actual name for the kind of beer that this tastes like. K, starts with a K.
Kolsch?
Sure.
It does not taste like a Kolsch.
No.
Does to me.
But you're colorblind, and apparently you're also taste blind.
Well, he probably just doesn't know what a Kolsch tastes like.
He literally just called out a Kolsch, so I assume that means...
He just said a name.
No, that's the... We had it up at... Oh, good Lord, I can't remember.
Is it local?
Yes.
New England?
Crane Room?
Yeah, New England. Crane Room.
Crane Room,
whatever.
yeah.
They had a beer that tasted very similar to this.
They had their own Kolsch at one point.
They
so
did, and their
it's possible.
Kolsch was actually, I think, their best beer, and then for some reason they stopped making it.
I disagree with you. I thought their best beer was their double IPA, in my opinion.
In the IPA world, and I'm a big IPA drinker,
It was definitely better than their Kolsch.
I don't know. I think I drank more of their Kolsch than any other beer they had other than Guinness. And I stopped drinking Guinness there after they stopped using nitrogen, the turds.
Yeah, that was probably the downfall of that whole company.
Yeah.
I thought that was illegal to serve Guinness without nitrogen.
Should be.
Well, it may actually be, but they apparently just started serving with carbon dioxide, and it was like it was shit.
Not even close to the same.
Yeah, when you base an entire like taste of beer off of a specific ingredient, you kind of can't mess with that.
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure that wasn't their downfall. I know
It was the start of it.
I know other reason that was a symptom of the downfall, but
All right.
not the downfall.
That was the people that didn't know what was going on in the now. That was my indication that this place is going to shit.
Well, that's like when communism first started to fall. It was when 1980 Olympic hockey team beat the Russians. After that, just downward taper.
You're right. Actually, you might be right.
Yeah, miracle. That's how it happened.
So how do you like that beer, Ross?
It's a lot better
Not to
than
interrupt you,
any IPA I've ever had. It's delicious. Doesn't taste like weird.
So
Well,
how
I
would
mean-
you describe it to a general beer that somebody actually has had before?
It tastes like beer.
No, garage beer tastes like beer. It's beer flavored beer.
It's
Pretty sure that tastes like beer also.
like how do I want to put it? It's a more savory. It's the most savory.
Savory,
light beer.
he says.
Wow.
Savory.
I like it.
It doesn't just taste and or feel like carbonated water like you get from a normal like Miller Lite or an Icy Light.
That's
kind of
fair.
deal. There's actually some substance to this.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would agree with your assessment there.
So my follow-up question, because Ross is an enjoyer of the Icy Light, is it better than the Icy Light?
Nope.
Thank you.
Is that just out of local pride, or you actually don't think it's better?
Ain't nothing better than a crispy, cool Icy Light, in my opinion.
There's a lot of things better than an Icy Light.
Not in your domestic realm. I don't think
Not
so.
in beer.
I'd rather drink a Yingling than an Icy Light.
Disagree wholly.
I mean, if you're talking about domestic, I mean, there's a lot of local breweries that have better beer than Icy Light. I mean, my God, that company couldn't even pay their freaking water bills.
They could. They just refuse to, which is why I support it.
It's different.
Oh, is that what you think? They could, but they refused to?
Yeah.
It's
That's
different.
why they had to move like 3 times in 10 years?
Yeah, it's different.
Sure.
They're bringing back the glory days of moonshining and running from the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they're just
Nope.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna.
Don't say it.
Hey, Matt, what's hatching?
Yeah.
So,
Talk about
we were
something
talking
you actually
about
know.
hatches. Oh, I know about Icy Light. I do not like Icy Light.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you do, because I'm pretty sure in a blind taste testing, you liked it the most out of other beers.
In fairness, they were 2 shit beers. I'm pretty sure, like, if you give me whatever's in this mug, I'm going to say, yeah, that's definitely not an Icy Light, and I like it better.
No,
I don't even remember what beer I put in this mug.
but you didn't.
Yeah, because you gave me a garage beer and Icy Light, and they both are kind of pooey beers.
How dare you?
I'm just being honest.
They're similar in
Like,
taste, though.
asking me to tell the difference between, like, oh, well, did this turd come out of a dog or did this turd come out of a cat without getting to see the shape of the...
Guarantee you would tell the difference.
One would taste like
Without seeing the shape?
Yep. Put it on a sandwich.
I should
fish.
rephrase that. If you remove the hair from the cat poop, they may be indifferential, but there's a lot of hair in cat poop.
I never looked at it that close.
Gee. Why are we talking about this right
Because you're talking about Icy Light and it's shit.
now? No.
Anyway,
Your attitude.
It's un-American.
That's shit.
anyway, I'm going to name this first one. Then I'm going to run upstairs because I forgot a promise during the break.
That's okay.
No,
talk.
it's not. I need to do it tonight. So next one up is Leadwing Coachman. It starts early June, runs through mid-August.
Light Leadwing Coachman.
No, just Leadwing Coachman.
Leadwing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said light.
He was
I
having-
thought there was a difference. Sorry.
No, there's no difference. As my father pointed out earlier, it is a
Granum.
well, it's useful as
Mayfly.
a simulator, like the wet fly of it or the emerger.
Well,
Wet fly?
The Leadwing Coachman's a wet fly. So
Yeah, I know.
Well, no,
it's
it's
a
also
wet fly.
based off of an actual mayfly.
yeah.
Well, it still can be a mayfly, but
Well, I'm asking for the back history on the Leadwing Coachman and your uses.
well, I've tied leadwing coachman wet flies and fished wet flies. trying to imitate a bug called an Isonychia. And rocky streams are loaded with Isonychias in the north central part of PA. Kettle Creek, Pine Creek, Slate Run. There's a lot of.
Your son's a bull in a china shop.
Well, that happens. Runs in the family, so.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's also known as the slate drake. There's a lot of local names for it, and it's a very prevalent fly in those streams that I mentioned. And I know guys who would go up to Slate Run, camp out amongst the rattlesnakes, and fish both Pine Creek and Slate Runs, particularly for that hatch.
So how do I want to put this? Leadwing coachman isn't quite an actual fly. Like, it's not hatching. The leadwing coachman.
That's just the name of the fly, just
Yeah.
like the granum or anything else has a name. Or March Brown,
Which, funnily enough, I did look that up during the break too. Why it's a March Brown and it hatches in May. It's because the March Brown originated in Great Britain, like
sure.
500 years ago.
Yeah.
So over there, it probably
it could
actually hatches around March.
Yeah.
I was wondering which glass you were actually going to keep for yourself.
The full one.
It was a joke.
I'm not wasting good scotch on you heathens.
I don't mind scotch,
All right. well,
but I also don't mind bourbon, just because I think a lot of bourbons taste somewhat similar, but I do have preferences now that I've had different ones.
yes, I agree.
But scotch, I've had a few. I can't say many. I've had a few. A few of them have been this same brand.
Yeah.
A few of them have been not the same brand. But they're all kind of similar. But you're telling me that this one is different.
Well, so in my experience, this one is it's a Macallan 12-year, aged wholly in a sherry oak cask the entire time. So it's getting up there with the amount of time on the 18 spent.
I feel like this is going to make me cough as soon as I drink it.
I mean, I find it smooth
It
as
shouldn't.
No, just based on smell.
Yeah, take a little nip first, and then actually take a pull.
I'm supposed to swirl it and then
No,
see how it falls off the
just
side
take
of the
a goddamn
glass.
nip.
Oh.
We're not fancy around these parts.
Didn't make me cough.
Yeah, see, I find that.
Yeah, there's no smoke to this, and it's delicious.
Well, that's why I said it's a Highland. Highlands tend to be less smoky. That's why I think you might actually enjoy Highland Scotch. If you have a drinking problem, clearly stick to bourbon because it's way cheaper.
So,
way cheaper.
Just
Oh, I'm sure.
spin that bottle around for me. Don't spin the bottle on me, but so the Macallan 12 Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. Okay, what's a bottle of this run?
This bottle was $100.
It's actually not as bad as I thought.
Well, it's
So-
a small bottle.
Well, it's the same as a bourbon bottle. It's just taller. The problem you run into in Scotch is the longer they age it, the more astronomically the price. More astronomically the price goes up. I will grant it's the same with all whiskeys.
Yeah.
But
It's overhead.
It seems to be more prevalent with Scotch. Like,
Well, it's an 18-year whiskey run.
I believe a Macallan 18, which is my favorite Scotch whiskey I've had thus far. I want to say the last time I looked at the Pennsylvania liquor store, it's $350.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So for an additional 6 years, it's an additional $250.
Well, supply and demand, rarity.
Yeah.
So we're talking $100 for 3 years. Every 3 years,
6
you
years.
increase by
Give,
100.
give or take-ish, yeah. I kind of miss when
12 is 100 and it's 350 for 18.
I love my niece and I love my sister-in-law and I love my nephew, but I kind of miss the days when Sean was a bachelor because every holiday we'd buy a bottle of 18-year-old Macallan and that's what we drank for the holidays. So
Well,
Here's what I want you to do for me. This is more of a favor for yourself.
buy a bottle of 18-year Macallan so you can try it.
No. Buy a bottle of Macallan when my child's born and let it rest.
It doesn't actually age any further.
yeah, you got to leave
The
it.
aging stops as soon as it leaves the cask.
What if you put it back into another cask?
Theoretically, you could do it.
I'd also be more terrified of you fucking up the expensive
It's
bottle of scotch.
not me doing it. You're doing it.
Oh, so I have to cask it.
Yes. It's for you and my son to drink.
Oh, when he
Turns 21.
He turns 21.
Yeah.
It'll taste like boot leather. Good lord.
Yeah, more for fun.
That's all. I'm good here. No, this is surprisingly. I'm not a Scotch connoisseur, so it's pretty.
Well, as a bourbon drinker, what do you think?
There's no smoke, and it actually tastes like palatable. So
I
very
think
good.
See, I think it's far smoother than a bourbon I've tasted for the most part.
Depends on the bourbon.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't have the bourbon breadth you do, but
Yeah, I mean it's much smoother than a bottle of Wild Turkey. That's for sure.
oh,
yes.
absolutely,
Indeed.
absolutely.
You kind of get. I'll say bourbon kind of cheats with the smoothness factor because there's a lot more corn in the
Yeah,
mash.
'cause it's sweeter.
Yeah, so you can kind of, especially if you put it on ice or whatever, which I'm a big fan of because you throw that little bit of water in there.
Do you want ice?
No, this is delicious, Steve.
Yeah, I drink my scotch neat.
I believe Scotch is meant to be drank neat.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Do you actually use any Scotch stones ever? Just to
Me?
give it a chill? Yeah, Scotch stones because it doesn't water it down. It just chills it a little bit.
No,
Okay. Just a random question.
I'm a very simple man. I like black coffee because it requires zero effort other than brewing it, and I like scotch neat. No stones, no ice, no nothing.
Okay.
Scotch, the lazy man's liquor.
And we charge you an arm and a leg.
Oh God.
No, I have my preferences in bourbons now.
Sure.
So much Scotch because I don't drink Scotch ever. If I drank Scotch more often, I'm sure I would have the same feeling. Like I would pick one that I'd like the most out of the however many I've tried.
So,
You know what I mean?
yeah, here's a question, though. We had a plan for what we were donating to the Beast.
Yes.
Can I not do what we were talking about and do something like this?
If you,
I'm not opposed
if you
to it.
want,
Okay.
you could do a Scotch for you, and then I'll do what I was going
Yeah.
to do, and Ross will do what he was going to do.
All right.
Pick a bottle.
Yeah. So for our listeners, we were thinking about donating dangerous fly fishing curated liquor.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not making it; we're just buying it per our preference.
Yeah, it's a curated, aka we're editing what's going out in our name, etc.
Sure. I mean, I was going to pick my favorite, whatever. Ross was going to do the same, and then Matt was going to do the same, and then we were going to put it in a something.
Well, we originally
And-
talked about doing 3 bourbons.
No, we didn't. We just talked about having
Oh.
3 different of our favorite whatever.
Oh.
We never actually put a stamp on any
Wait,
of
so
this
there
yet.
may be a gin in there?
I'm not doing that because there's not enough people that like gin.
I'm not throwing tickets in.
Yeah.
You know what this color reminds me of?
Amber.
A brown drake.
See,
Well played,
see,
sir.
that's
Good
how
segue.
you. That's how you do a segue. Okay, not that bullshit you tried earlier.
Downhill Cahill kind of made sense to me.
No.
That's a nickname and a half. I'm gonna have to remember that.
If somebody's
Downhill
name,
Cahill.
yeah, if you have somebody at work named Cahill,
Yeah, downhill Cahill.
for sure.
Yeah, from now on. Yeah, so Brown Drake, the third of the dragons to go off. It generally tends to go from early June through mid-July. It is one of the smaller drakes. As we mentioned earlier, the green drake's at 8 2XL, and the gray drake's at 12 2XL. The brown drake's a 10 2XL, so I guess it actually is larger than the gray drake, but smaller than the green drake.
Middle ground.
Little middle ground action, but it's another very sizable fly that if you're fishing the actual hatch, you're going to be dodging bats. Bug spray doesn't work, so
No, never does.
wear protective clothing.
So, like Jim, when you see all these different drakes come off, is that another thing where it's just a temperature sensitive kind of thing?
That's what most of the time. It's always about the temperature of the water. Hatches can be larger or smaller to, like we talked about the blue-winged olive. They like come off on cloudy days, rainy, cloudy days for blue-winged olives. These big drakes, the most time I've ever seen these drakes, behind our camp, we've got some green drakes, not a great deal.
But they're big.
And the yellow drakes are big. The brown drakes I've seen are smaller. I mean, they're still large mayflies, but they're smaller than any other drakes. But it's all based on temperature. They're in the eggs are laid, the larva forms. They finally get to adulthood where they rise to the surface. And a lot of times they're towards the evening, and that's when I've seen most of the drake activity. Anyway,
I mean, it's when the green drakes happen. The few times I saw the gray drakes, that's basically when it happens. It was an evening hatch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, does temperature? So, are the different colors of drakes different species of bug? Okay,
Yes, they are. Yeah.
that's one of those things.
That's a great question, actually.
Yeah, because especially with a lot of the other flies on here too, like
Yeah.
the different colors may indicate a completely different species, and even though they're named the same thing,
Right.
like it's one of those finer points of fly fishing that gets a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
it's
Why do you look confused?
I'm trying to go back to
Different colors of drakes, man.
no AP biology with the kingdom, phylum.
Oh, yeah. I've done.
Genome.
I've long
no,
ago
genome and
forgot
species
those.
are the last two.
I was just naming things involved.
Yeah.
in
No,
What?
I know, but I feel like genome is or genus is the second to last, which is back to the earlier comment about Tom Rosenbaum is
Bauer.
Bauer,
Yeah.
bombastic.
They call me Mr. Boom.
Totally fantastic. I kind of feel like that's like okay, we're in the genus of whatever mayfly is, and then your color differentials, I'm assuming, are just like a tad different species.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those things that they make so many books on different bugs.
Uh-huh.
I really should buy just an actual etymology.
Entomology.
Yeah,
You were close.
insect and.
You can certainly borrow one of mine. I've got lots of books.
So do
That's
I.
true. I keep forgetting that you have like
He has
the
a
world's
library.
greatest fly
Yeah,
fishing.
there's literally a library on fly fishing across
Yeah.
the hall from our studio.
like to the extent that like the shelves are starting to bow.
Yeah.
We need to actually move all that stuff up to camp.
We keep talking about
Well,
All,
no,
Huh?
no.
not all of it.
I don't go up to camp as often as I used to.
Yeah, but you also don't read the books as often as you used to either.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. But
Hear
if
me
I-
out.
He remembers everything.
Hear me out. I always
Secret
wanted
fly
one of
fish
those.
Steel's trap.
I always wanted one of those super awesome library ladders that, like,
Yeah, from like the Mummy.
Yeah.
or a library outside of the Mummy because they actually exist in real life.
No, it's
I kind of feel like maybe we should just build in like freaking
Oh, National Treasure. They had one in there.
yeah. So more than the Mummy, I kind of feel like it would be awesome to basically just do like giant like entire living room wraparound bookshelves and have this freaking ladder and channel going around.
I think you would be immediately frustrated.
On what?
The
Boy, there's so many things you can name right now.
Just finding a book you want. Trying to find.
That's not what I was
There's this thing called the Dewey Decimal System that.
They don't even use that
he's a
in libraries anymore.
Well, cool. They
why
used
don't
it when
you pull
I
out
used
your
it.
Rolodex, Grandpa.
You mean the card catalog? You freaking idiot.
We use computers now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all online, bud.
Anyway, I always wanted one of those rolly library ladder things, and it seems like between you and me, Dad, we have enough fly fishing books. We should take them up to camp and have one of those wheelie library ladder things.
Well, there was a lot of things I was going to do up at camp. That's why I took the fly tying desk up here.
Yeah.
I was going to go up there and tie flies after a full day of fishing. And I come home and have a beer or two. The fly tying's gone out the window. I just went
He's
to go to
asleep.
bed.
He's asleep.
Funnily-
So I have a question.
Yeah, hit me.
Not you, not for you.
Uh-oh.
This is for Matt.
Uh-oh.
Where in the hell are you going to put a ladder in that camp that's not going to be in your way and or piss you off?
First of all,
That it's there.
Plus,
building all of that shit.
well, the building all that shit's the easy part.
Sure.
It just takes money.
Probably very little, actually.
No, that's going to be a lot of money.
It depends how extravagant you get with your shelving.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. 1x boards currently are stupid expensive.
Well,
But to answer your question, I'm planning on one ladder and then trying to figure out a hinge wheelie system so that it can make corners. And I'm basically going to try and wrap the living room in bookshelves And so if there's one ladder, it shouldn't be that far in the way. I just feel like the chair, the TV is going to be a problem.
Don't put a shelf above
So
it.
Well,
We
I
can
just
reach
wanna-
the ceiling.
I want to point out
yeah. I want the ladder, damn it, Ross.
when you were saying all that just now, Ross's expression to the world or whoever
Yeah, 'cause
watches
it's on
this
video.
explains the whole thing. Like, yep, that's not going to work. Nope, still not going to work.
The TV,
Even though
the
his
TV
face
is,
stayed the same.
The TV is technically the only thing in the way.
There's
Get rid of it.
I can work around the door. I said if you put some kind of hinge on the wheels of the ladder, you could make corners.
yeah.
Seriously, like roller coasters can do whirly-giggers around turns. You don't think we can design a ladder to do that? Come on, bud. I expect better from you.
I would not.
Who the fuck do you think is building the ladder?
I would not recommend a hinge.
I'm just referring to a rotational device that can adjust to the turning of the track.
You mean like any wheel on any desk chair ever?
Barn door kind of dealio.
Well, no, it'll have to have some kind of swivel because the angle will be too steep.
It won't swivel.
barn
It'll
door.
have a bevel.
No, it'll have to have a swivel.
It will have an outer. I don't know how to explain it.
It'll have to have a
I can
swivel.
see it in my head, but the bottom wheels of the ladder,
Pillow
yes,
bearings.
they'll have to be able to rotate 360.
So will the
But then the top ones,
They will
they'll just
also
have
have
to
to
be
as
able
well.
to. Nah, I don't
because I
think.
guarantee you the corners are going to be tighter than the width of the ladder.
Yeah, but you don't have to match the corner exactly.
Yes,
You
we
can
only do
you
a
can
single
go like
wheel on the ladder.
you can curl
On
it
the
out.
top.
Tripod.
Yeah, a tripod. Not as great, but this is a Ross problem, not a Matt problem. I build shelves.
I think
Ross
this
builds
is-
ladder.
I think
stuff.
this is a Matt problem because Ross is just like, yep, not doing that.
I'll try anything twice.
It's not a second glass of scotch. I just point out. So
It's one of those.
He
we're
doesn't
one away
mind
from
it.
he tries it a third time.
I'm just saying
Help yourself, bud.
that's actually a fair point. He did try it twice. This is his second try.
This is a surprisingly delicious scotch.
I think it has more to do with you hadn't really tried like scotch since you had gotten down the bourbon trail. Because I made you try it, and you're like, "Ugh, I hate whiskey. I like vodka."
There was one more, Glenlivet.
Way different.
Well, actually, I will take that back
That
because
was
I
the
think
only other one that I can remember liking.
I was going to say I will take that
Glenfiddich.
back. Glenfiddich, Glenlivet's Garbaggio, in my opinion.
I can't remember.
But good on you for knowing the name.
Hey, try.
No, there
What
was.
am I, garbage?
I expect you to know the name
Why?
because you drink whiskey.
No.
All right, then props to you. You tried the Macallan, the original one. I think you actually tried the 18. You're like, it's good, like it's palatable, but I don't know how I feel about it.
You gave us both some of your 18 when you
Yeah.
went that one time.
But the problem is he was only drinking vodka at that time,
Yeah.
and now he's into whiskey. So now he may have an
Bourbon.
entirely different, or bourbon. He may now have an entirely different palate when it comes to the Macallan 18. Because at that point, you were only drinking vodka.
you might not be wrong,
I know. So
Well,
it's going to be interesting to
but
find
you
out.
might be.
But how about the giant mayfly?
That what?
We
It's
got to
a
work
thing?
on your segues.
Yeah,
buddy.
you're
Come
not good at this
on.
thing.
All right, Ross now forever in charge of segues. Fine.
Agreed.
So hatches mid-June, mid-July. Generally a ginormous.
What fly did you even say?
It's called a giant mayfly. It's a ginormous white mayfly.
It's another one of those multi-purpose patterns.
I have a
Yeah.
couple of those. I do know that.
Yeah.
I
So,
have a few.
I have not seen them as much on trout streams as I have on warm water
Yeah,
streams.
they are a white fly, and it's
Yeah.
very prevalent on
Well,
Susquehanna
Yeah.
and tributaries to Susquehanna.
There's also a later one called white mayfly, maybe related. We don't know.
Yeah.
But that one goes from mid-August to mid-September. But like if you've ever floated the Shenango River, you may have seen like a random white mayfly take off.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, like when we float the Shenango River, it's a giant mayfly. It's a ginormous white mayfly. I
It's
don't
almost
think
moth-sized.
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it on a trout stream. I've only ever seen it on a stream with like smallmouth, like where you're going to
Warm
target
water.
smallmouth bass.
Warmer water.
Yeah, warmer water.
Yeah.
So, if you're fishing the Shenango, bring your musky rod, bring your bass rod with a giant white mayfly.
I have a few different variations of that fly, but they're not very different, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, I will also add that the if you have a giant mayfly, it also can double as a coffin fly.
What's a coffin fly?
Father?
It's the spinner of a green drake.
So that's a great thing to bring up. I know a lot of people probably hear like emergers, spinners, what duns, whatever. Like, what is a spinner?
A spinner is a mayfly that has mated
Mm-hmm.
and has died and has fallen on the stream, and most of the time their wings are flat out on the water.
Okay.
On a side note, people also call them cripples.
Well, cripples are different. Cripples are...
Well, that's what I thought until I listened to Tom Rosenbaumgartner.
Bauer.
The way I view cripples is that many mayflies, when they're getting out of the nymphal shuck, don't get out. They have a wing bent or a tail's tucked still in, and trout look for cripples, very frankly, because they're trapped in the water. They can't get off.
Yeah, they don't have to go into our world.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought cripples were. Then, like, when we had a long drive up from West Virginia when I picked up Dad, and they're, like, describing spinners as cripples, and I'm like,
No.
what?
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
That's
a
why I
dun
wanted-
is an adult.
A.K.A. the sailboat going down
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creek or River.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those things that, like, it's kind of why I wanted to bring it up, because there's so many different colloquialisms.
Yeah.
I guess is
Ooh, that's a $15 word,
Oh,
sir.
my God. He gets so much more credit for fancy words than I do.
well, yeah. Look at me.
He's less fancy.
But no, like there's so many different of these very, very niche definitions that can change from
Yeah.
between where you and I am sitting.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, literally earlier tonight, red quill versus lighter dark hair
Oh.
or Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's one of those things that, like, I feel like that's one of those barriers to entry when it comes to fly
Yeah.
fishing. If
Well,
you're
that's why a lot of people tell you, look at the bugs and flying and grab one, and that's what dry fly you use.
right.
That gets you into it, but the more you know about the subject, the better you're going to be eventually.
Absolutely.
Plus, the more confusing it gets.
Well, I was on a podcast the other day, and the guy
You were
kept
on a
saying-
podcast?
He
That's
was
what he
listening
said.
to it.
That's what
I
he
was
said.
listening to it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were cheating on us.
Yeah.
I'm at this point,
We're
I think
trying-
he's famous. So.
We're trying to monopolize you like, hey, come listen to Dangerous Fly Fishing with Jim Carn.
There you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, during this podcast, the guy kept talking about an emerger.
Uh-huh.
And there is no entomological any name for an emerger. But fly fishermen, there's thousands of emerger patterns.
Oh, absolutely.
And an emerger is when it comes out of its nymphal shuck, floats up to the topis, and most emergers, where they're in the surface film, that's what I call an emerger, and that's what most guys call an emerger.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what it's
which is
classified
essentially
as, yeah.
also what a wet fly represents.
A wet fly.
Is the on the way up.
Yep, and a very interesting fly that I just found out about a few years ago. I did tie a few up. Is a clinkhammer,
Oh, I've heard of that.
and
have not.
that is a great fly. You actually tie it with the body hanging down, and the hackle is a like a parachute hackle, and it floats like this, and the body is down underneath the surface.
So it's
Like
kind
a
of like
dry fly, it sits on top. This is floating in the surface, and I've had some great days up on Fishing
So,
Creek.
like it's similar to it's basically an emerger, but it's a top water.
I think
At the
it's
same time,
The bottom half,
it's hanging underneath, like it can't get out.
Yeah.
Like it's stuck.
yeah,
yeah,
or
in the surface film.
in the surface film, yeah,
See, that's what I would call a cripple.
could be, but mayflies do the same thing. They come up, split out of the shuck, and just float on top until, depending what you want, you can either think their wings are drying, or I've been reading articles about how when a mayfly can't take off because there's no air in their wing and there's no strength to it. So when they're floating downstream, they're letting the air get into their wings so they can take off, where for years you're waiting for their wings to dry before they can take off.
Right. And that's like such a subtle difference
Yes.
that could make all the difference in the world on how good you're doing that day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I kind of feel like we need to have the next episode needs to be on entomology, because I kind of feel like we need a lot of answers on this shit.
Well, I don't have all the answers.
I'm not
I
saying
read a
we
lot.
need it right now. I'm just saying I feel like next week, like the four of us need to hit the books and sort out this entomology thing to know what the
Yeah.
hell is actually going on with the hatching.
So next week's a short week for Ross, unfortunately.
Can-
So he'd have to do that at work.
Can we give like a month here?
Yeah, let's get a little
All
more
right,
time.
There's a lot of
Apparently-
research that needs to be done.
Apparently, we will follow up with you prior to the World Series of Pennsylvania Fly Fishing, aka the Green Drake Hatch.
Well, it's one of those things that like
Yeah, you're probably right.
I've always wanted to get into that, but there's so much information that's not actually data.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because a lot of it's the anecdotal evidence of, oh yeah, man, it was raining today and the blue wing olives came off.
Yeah,
Right,
Like this one day, this specific thing happened, and now this is
How I
chiseled into what Moses brought down.
This is how I base the rest of my life off
Moses.
this one deer. I mean, in fairness, that's kind of how I base all my fishing. Is this one thing happened to be awesome, and I just try and recreate it
Yeah.
Well,
which
to no avail most of the time.
there's an argument for
Muskie fishing.
Yeah, pretty
But,
much.
like-
Why do I even go?
that. There's an
I
argument.
caught a couple.
Well, there's a good argument that if it worked once, it should work again.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But then you add in that there's 978 different bugs on each stream in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
And
We
with a 4-degree temperature swing, it's going to affect the hatch patterns of all of these
Well,
things.
I mean,
Like,
that's why we said earlier, take it with a grain of salt. Like, if you get a 4-degree temperature swing, like, you may suddenly have freaking mayfly, and by mayflies, I mean the month of mayflies taking off in April.
yeah.
And that happens in some warm springs.
Right.
Like we went up to Kettle Creek the last week in April, first week in May, every year, and you'd go up there, and the blue quills would be just about done. The Hendricksons are in full bloom, and then the next year we go up there. The first day you're there, we got 8 inches of snow,
Yeah. Yep.
and it
That's
throws
happened.
everything back.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah,
I mean, that's happened to me a few times.
Yeah.
Going up to camp. I mean, we would do opening weekend of trout, and then the next week it's snowing again.
yeah, exactly.
And it's like, what the heck? And then it throws it throws
Yeah.
all the bugs off.
yeah,
And you just have to pay attention
Yeah.
to what's going on
Absolutely,
and what's
yeah.
hatching.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
you just have to be prepared for a month's different hatches to come off.
yeah.
But also, apparently, I also have to be prepared for winter, spring, and summer all in the same weekend.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
you're actually correct. Like
Yeah.
that is Western Pennsylvania, basically all of Pennsylvania, but that is for us. That is Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to expect every season in a single week, every week until June.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What about you?
Damn near.
Speaking of June,
Oh,
Yeah.
was that a segue on
that
accident?
was actually a segue. The next story I'm going to bang off real quick because they're kind of like hyper localized streams.
I'm so good at this.
Yellow drake, golden drake, slate wing olive all come off in June early, and they generally run to late July. Yellow drake, mid-sized drake, size 12, 2XL. Golden drake, big bastard, kind of like the green drake.
Yeah.
Clearly not as prevalent. Otherwise, it would be the World Series of or the Super Bowl of fly fishing in Pennsylvania.
It would be the gold standard.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, gold standard, love it.
Yeah.
And then the slate wing olive is like a localized variation of the blue wing olive. It's a size 16.
I do want to point out something though. If you're gonna do sports
Analogy.
line analogies, World Series is better than Super Bowl
Yeah, because it's continuous.
because it's more
Fair.
than one game.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just saying. But
I think I'm mixing my metaphors or analogies? Because I think I called it the World Series earlier and called it the Super Bowl later.
You have said a few different times two different things.
Anyway.
So.
Don't cross the street if you can't get out of the kitchen.
I mean, there's only one Super Bowl a year and there's only one World Series a year. So if you want to separate the two things, like which one's better, the green drake hatch or the one you're talking about right now?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm just saying the yellow drake. The golden drake is the same size as green drake, but it is not as prevalent.
So
Or
not even
or
us.
predictable.
So we're talking about soccer at this point, basically.
We'll say World Cup.
Ah.
Is that FIFA World Cup?
So there's so many
In the world-
so many soccer things
In the
that
world of
happen.
football,
No, it's football.
no, in football, there's
football.
the Super Bowl, and that's the green drake.
Oh, fair.
In the world of football,
Thank you.
there's the golden drake.
All right. Your dad was thoroughly disappointed when I mentioned soccer, by the way.
That's
Do you like soccer?
heck no.
Oh my God, I could have been a professional, but for you.
No, you
Son of
couldn't
a-
have.
Oh, I was a phenomenal soccer player.
Yeah, you were a great quarterback, too.
I was a good quarterback. I just played for a shitty team. I'm not saying I was NFL quality or even D1 quality. I'm just saying I
We
was.
had D1 people interested, and you could have went to a D1.
I could have, but I
too.
played for a shit school that. Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
I didn't get to shine.
What's a white wing black?
Also known as a trico. Thank you for that.
I played with a few of those.
Oh, does your wife
That's
know?
fantastic.
So yeah, the white wing black, also known as.
In sports.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought,
Jeez Louise.
what the fuck is a white wing black?
They're the ones that can fly high and run fast.
I think there's an age gap here because I don't understand.
It's fine.
Either way. Trico, you said?
Trico, that's the fly pattern that a lot of people find great success on catching ginormous fish on teeny tiny flies.
Well, that was, I think Jim actually told me one of the biggest trout you've ever caught was off like a size, I'm exaggerating here, like a size 32.
I'd never
trico.
fished
You
anything
know.
that small.
Like a,
22.
yeah, but like it's
24?
so small that it would not be, it's almost a midge, but it's an actual, it's not quite a midge.
It's a teeny,
Definite.
teeny,
It's a
tiny
small fly.
mayfly.
Like micro?
Right.
It's a mayfly.
Yeah,
It's a mayfly. Yeah.
but it's that small
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that like, you know,
Micro.
like size
Yeah.
28.
Well, not many guys fish them. I mean, you get some guys who fish 24s,
right.
and I couldn't even tie a 24 on the tippet when I was after I bought camp.
Well, I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier. Is I'm not sure any of us at this point in our life can actually tie a 28 on.
Yeah.
Like 20.
If I have my glasses on.
Yeah.
Well, my question is why bother? I mean, you have to put micro, 7X for sure, maybe 8X tippet.
yeah, you're not using the normal
No.
4, 5, 6 tippet.
I mean, our local fly shop doesn't even sell 8X.
Yeah, I think they're going to go up to 7.
7.
I have 8X tippet, but I probably should just throw it out. I bought it 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's probably not good.
So interesting factoid. Do you know what the X is based on?
Yeah.
So you mean like
Wait.
you mean like 8 or X8 or 8X?
0x, 1x, 2x, 3x, etc.
Okay.
It's a weight over distance, isn't it?
No.
Time. It's time.
No. It's how many times they used to run the old like silkworm gut leader through a
Die.
die.
Really? Okay.
So if you ran it through 8 times, it would come out this thickness. And basically, even though the test strength went up when we, adopted monofilament and fluorocarbon, it's all based off of the old silkworm gut leaders where they'd pull it through the die.
That many
One,
times.
like 0x was just raw.
Yeah.
1 was once through the die. 2 was twice through the die. 3 was 3 times through the die. 4 was
Wait,
four.
that doesn't make sense.
What?
So like almost how like you ever see hand stretched noodles?
Yes.
Same concept in a way. Like if you pull
Each individual noodle is thinner,
yes. So if you
but
pull it
there's
right,
more noodles.
you're just stretching the material further.
So that's why I'm confused. Because you're saying if they put these worms through
Not worms, the
Silkworm gut.
the material.
okay. If they put these silkworm gut through a stretch, they stretched it, right?
No, through a die.
Okay, they put it through a die. one time. What does that mean?
That would be
1X.
They had a measured diameter for what a silkworm gut would be pulled through the die. What a one time through that diameter is how they define 1X.
So why is that stronger than a 7X?
Because the more times you pull it through said die, the thinner it gets.
it's not
Right. So thinner
it's a
would mean
diameter.
less strength.
It's a diameter.
Yeah,
right.
7X is weaker than 1X.
Good point. Okay, Ross was just saying that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's diameter. Does weight go into it? Yes.
Okay.
But it's a diameter based measurement, not a strength.
I follow. Okay. Because the way I was thinking it of is like you had brought it up like pasta almost, but I'm now thinking of it as like what do they call that candy where you stretch it a million times and you flip
Yeah.
it and you stretch it and you flip it and you stretch it and you flip it and it makes multiple layers. I think it's like dragon
Taffy?
candy or something. No,
Yes,
different,
but no.
but different.
Okay.
And if it breaks in the middle of these things, it's ruined. You have to start over. And say you're 30 pulls through, you have to start over. But it's like, why? It makes sense when you say it's diameter.
Yeah.
That helps.
Well, like the
Yeah, I mean, it may not be the same die.
well, like when
Different
when you
thing.
think-
Different
when you
thing.
think of a die, to at least in a machining sense, like you're thinking of I'm going to start off with a 0x die and pull it through a 1x die. Right? Like so the 0x will be larger than the 1x.
Agreed.
And that is not the way they're doing this,
Okay.
which is confusing to everybody in the modern era
Yeah.
that has like ever heard of a die.
Yeah.
Because all this is coming from what, Jim, 150 years ago?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
1860s?
Yeah, gut.
Fuck, that's like 120,
Oh, yeah.
160 years ago. Yeah, I mean, like you're talking about, like, okay, this is the 0 die, aka we just clean off the weird rough shit.
Yeah, like this is the cleaned material.
Yeah.
This is the 1X die.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was an interesting factoid I found out over the weekend.
Yeah.
That-
No,
Okay.
That's where the sizes come from. Is they're actually from the old silkworm guts,
Yeah.
not based off our monofilament understanding.
which
Gotcha.
I always like, especially when you look at like thread denier and stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I always took it as this is how much this material will weigh if you pull out 1,000 yards of it.
Oh, okay.
But
I mean, that kind of makes sense. But yeah,
It's-
apparently in the freaking textile industry, they do weird shit.
Yep.
well, how else are you going to measure something that small with
Yeah.
antique tools?
Yeah.
I guess is
Pretty much like, oh yeah, this was run through once and it should be this diameter. We have quality control. It may or may not be that diameter. But yeah, that's how it worked.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's incredibly interesting, and I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought it up because I never knew that.
Well,
Yep.
that's where instead of, we make fun of spin fishermen, bait cat or traditional fishermen, etc., like based
we
on
should.
like, oh yeah, we use etc. line weight. And that's where like fly fishing is different, is because we use the X system, but our X system has conversions. But like, what does the X actually represent? Because everybody else uses like, oh yeah, 2X is 12 weight or 12 pound or test or whatever, and like that's literally what it's from. It's from the ancestry of fly fishing of, yeah, we just keep pulling it through dies until it gets thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm a little upset at this because I'm going to have to take a deep dive.
Oh boy.
You just opened up a rabbit hole for me that now I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I love about you, buddy. That's what I love about you.
I mean, he's got like 4 days before he goes back to work to do this research. So.
I mean, like, I'm not kidding. That's like what I appreciate about him, because he's like, I accept general understanding. Like, yep, okay, I accept scientists did it, and he's just like, nope, I need to understand how the scientists did everything, and then I'll fucking figure it out for myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate that about you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trico, aka White Wing Black, mid-July, they kind of actually run like the whole later part of summer.
A
A lot of dudes catch trophy trouts on Tricos
way late in the season.
way late in the season.
you're
Way late.
Well, until the first frost.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like, they are pretty much the only fly that hatches for like the dog days of summer.
Yeah.
And they're a great fly to fish. I highly recommend tying them yourself, because in my experiences, buying Tricos, it turns out they're so small and they use such shitty dyes that your black fly turns purple, or your white female version, I think, turns purple.
Washes out.
It washes out like once it hits water. Terrible thing. Tie your own Tricos. It's going to suck because they're size 24, but highly recommend.
Yep.
After that, we have early August to mid-October. We're going to deal with some tiny black or blue wing olives.
Yep.
We mentioned them earlier. You're talking like the size 24, like the teeny tiny little ones. But they're other than the Trico, they're pretty much the only other thing going off.
Terrestrials.
Well, I mean, you have terrestrials throughout the year.
Yeah.
Well, through generally summer through fall.
Again, until the first frost, usually.
Yeah, but as far as mayflies, caddis, and stoneflies go,
Right.
blue wing olives is going to be almost your season ender. There is the white fly, which runs from mid-August to mid-September. It's a size 14. It's literally just a white mayfly. I'm sure we've all seen them fishing for.
I actually have a few of those.
Yeah.
Because I try to, and this goes back to because I don't fish as much toothy critter as the both of you. I do have quite a few of late season flies, more than I have in season flies, because that's where I was.
Yeah. No, it's understandable.
And
I mean, I have them too.
They're great to have.
Yeah.
Like, that's especially like, I mean, you get into late September, early October, and my buddy's at work. This guy's doing this. Like, hey, I can get out for an hour after work.
Yep.
And this is all that's coming off, so I better have them.
Yeah, I mean, and Ross, to be fair for you,
Yeah.
that's a constant, because your work schedule is different than all of ours or anybody's potentially.
I fish when I can.
Yeah, so you just go out. It's like I get off at 6 a.m. I got time. It's already 60 degrees. What the hell?
Let's hit it.
So
Well, I mean, like, one of the weird things is the white mayfly generally seems to be like a warmer water creek
well, for sure. Yeah.
type hatch.
But at that point in the year, everything's warm.
I know, but the crazy thing is, though, it makes a interesting scenario,
Okay.
because it's one of those scenarios where I need to bring my trout rod and also my muskie rod,
Okay.
Or just pick a species.
or just bring both.
True, but you're
There's a lot of water.
gonna end up just fishing for muskie.
Well, I mean, like,
Exactly.
I may
And
do
catch
that.
nothing.
I may do that, but other people may not. I mean, like, you're literally floating, like, so for instance, the Allegheny River, you're floating water where it's a trophy trout section, but at the same token, there's also muskie.
Yeah, 30
So
feet
it's-
down the river in a different hole.
Yeah,
Well, 30
and
feet,
it's
so
literally
it's
like, you kind of, if you're going to fish this fly this late in the season, it's like in a warm water species body of water, like, you kind of need to pack your guns for both, I think.
Yes, you're not wrong.
I mean, it seems the most efficient way to fish it is like, cool, I'm just going to flip this through the rapids and the big hole, I'm throwing the fucking 12 weight for the muskie.
Well, that's all right if you're floating, but if you're walking along the stream,
You can walk down to a hole just as well.
yeah, but you need a golf quiver or golf cart or something to carry all your rods and flies and
What?
He's
A bow and arrow quiver.
clearly never really been golfing.
A golf quiver?
I meant
Holy
to say a
shit.
bow and arrow quiver.
I'm
What do you call the golf thing?
A bag.
Oh, that's even worse.
We know.
Jim. I'm glad you don't golf enough.
I don't golf at all.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
So the last flies that gonna come off
yeah.
is typically your October caddis.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's the last one that you're gonna kind of be
Of
able to
any
identify.
size, yeah.
Well,
And
it is a
fish
big
correctly.
fly.
Yeah.
It runs from September to October. We actually, like, at Beast of the East at our campsite, I was literally like, oh shit, October caddises are hatching.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because, we were on the Allegheny River, and literally, apparently Allegheny River has October caddises, because, like, Ross and I, the whole week we were up there, were like, shit, man, fucking, there's a hell of a hatch coming on. And Cooper showed up and was like, dude, we should have brought our trout rods because freaking, or any heavyweight rod other than the musky rod, because October caddis, like, they're a big fly.
We could have won the bycatch.
Turns out I actually had all my, I carry all my shit together, so I had it all.
As you should.
I did not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like like maybe next year, like when we float the rapids, we should throw the October caddis for the bycatch and then fish for the muskie in the big hole.
I'm just going for the muskie.
I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like I got a job all of a sudden.
Yeah, I feel like you should be the fill-in for the bycatch.
Deal.
Cool. We nailed it. But yeah, the October caddis, it's a big fly. It's a
Caddis
size.
fly.
It's a caddis fly, size 8 to 10. Apparently, I don't think any listeners knew about our argument at the Trout Unlimited banquet because my dad won some flies and handed them off to Cooper.
Yes.
And I immediately looked at the flies and said, oh, shit, man, that's pretty cool. There's October caddis. And then my dad's like, no, that's an imitator fly.
Stimulator.
Stimulator. Sorry. And it turns out that, they're basically identical.
Turns out your dad was right.
I will take Jim's fly knowledge over.
I'm going with a technicality.
So I will say
Technicality.
in what happened was this particular fly in the box that he had won. We looked at the one. I said, "What is this?" Because it was odd, like it was similar or it was normal, but it wasn't at the same time.
It was stimulating.
It was a very large fly and very colorful because October caddis are orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this fly and I'm like, okay, what is this? And Matt was just so happened to be on my right, and I just showed it to him. I'm like, here, what exactly is this? And he's like, oh, that's just an October caddis. And Jim to my left says, oh, no, that's an imitator.
Stimulator.
I think that was the second time that's a stimulator. And then they got into an argument between me, so my ears started to bleed all of a sudden. And then we decided to get on our fancy phones.
Carnies like to argue.
We know. Didn't have the best service, but eventually shows out that it was a stimulator more so than it was a October caddis. They were like 98% the same fly.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely
granted.
It's absolutely a common thing with any fly kind of pattern in general.
Yeah.
I changed the thread color, therefore it's a different fly.
Exactly.
That's literally what happened.
Correct.
I mean, there's people right now that have made a fortune off of changing thread colors on flies.
You're 1,000, maybe even 1,000,000% correct. But
That seems like a lot of percentage.
it was all of them. How about that? Is that
Too
better?
many.
Is that less? Is that
Too
more?
many.
I don't know.
Correct amount of percentage.
All of them.
100%. You said 1 million. Somebody's going to freaking blow up the email tomorrow and be like, no, actually, Ross is wrong. And for reference, email is dangerousflyfishing@gmail.com.
Oh, thank you.
Walk us out of here, buddy.
We
We're
had
getting
no
off
idea.
the
I'm
rails.
just throwing it out there that Ross may be wrong.
I'm probably
About what?
Right?
anything, and I'm
And
okay with it.
everything.
And if I'm wrong, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
At this point, I agree. Let's get out of here.
Fair enough. We're well into the scotch at this point. Half the bottle's gone.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, everybody, reach out to us at Dangerous Fly Fishing on YouTube. Shoot us an email, dangerousflyfishing@gmail.com. Hit up our website, dangerousflyfishing.com, Matt.
Also, Instagram. Search for @dangerousflyfishing. There you go, Coop. It's all on you now, bud.
I was just so confused because Ross started.
I know. So was I. And I was
He
waiting to
was
see how he
lifting
did.
that plane ready to go, brother.
Good to know I'm easily replaceable when I die.
Yeah, no, we just
Which
need
maybe
to
it's
learn the
tomorrow.
computer stuff. What?
Huh?
What?
I said I may die tomorrow.
Get out
I'm,
of
I
here.
I'm old and
anybody.
shit.
Yeah.
I have heart problems.
Okay, all right. That's a one way to sign us off.
Well, no, you're signing us off.
Oh, I'm doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord.
As always, we appreciate you guys for listening. Follow us on all the things. look us up on YouTube. Comment, subscribe, help us out. And we'll be right back next week.
And the bell.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about the bell.
You son of a
Notifications.
bitch.
Hit the bell.
Subscriptions.
It tells you when we post things. So that's helpful too, if you like us. If you don't like us, then don't hit the bell because you could
Or hit the bell and hate on us.
Let us know anyway.
Agreed. Do the thing.
Good
Which
Lord,
way?
get out of here.
Okay. Good luck. Don't suck. Stay dangerous.